All right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the next stream. In today's stream, like I promised to you, we doing the Osiris League hosting. We hosting, in my opinion, two very intense matches with a little bit of history as well, right? And today I'm not alone. I have a co-host with me, and that is the one and only Russ. How you doing, man? Welcome stream.
Oh, what's up, man? Glad to be here.
Thanks for taking the time and be here with me on the stream. Um, Shed, let me know if you can understand good, or if I should increase the volume a little bit. So we got a little bit of time left before the first match is starting here between OWR and 75DC. For those who don't know you, can you give us a little introduction about yourself? Since I know you have a very epic and also well-known history with Rise of Kingdoms, and the community also known you.
Yeah. Wait, someone said increase volume. Is it okay now? Before I say everything. Hopefully it's okay. I move my mic close to my mouth. Yeah, so my name's Ruz. You might know me from either like the Rock Discord or maybe Chisgul streams. Um, I quit 2 years ago, but before that I started the game um in some in a really old kingdom. Like we're talking pre-1200s. And I made my way to Chisgul's first uh project,
Mm.
which was SW in 1075. And yeah, I joined SW starting from the original KVK right after KVK 3.
Mm.
Um, and up until like KVK 14, I've been the leader of SW. We started in 1075 and we moved to 1254 for the last like 3 or 4 KVKs of my career.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. So mostly just playing in the top Imperiums. I mean, we were a top 10 Imperium in both 75 and 254 for 3, 4 years straight. So that's mostly in my realm. And I also uh tried to do the best I can in Osiris League. Always watching the high tier matches and really discussing with a bunch of the other really well-known OL planners and influencers on how to
Mm.
get better.
And did you how is your Osiris League history? Like, did you won yourself with a team Osiris League, or did you just participate in?
Oh, we haven't been able to win. Um,
Yeah.
we the play style we had in KVK meant we did not have a lot of troops when it came to OL. Obviously,
Okay.
that's not the only reason we didn't win. But
Mm.
like when you're playing really hard in a KVK, you tend to not have enough time for Osiris League. Back then, KVKs were really intense. They required a lot, high pressure planning and such. So I wasn't really invested in OL planning. We never really had someone that really nerded it out. Yeah.
Mm. All right. Thank you very much for your little introduction. So today we're talking about two, in my opinion, very intense semifinals. Especially the one at 1500C is my preferable favorite one from today's matches. But first we got OWR versus 75DC. So we saw an incredible kick out from GV77. OWR won, not even like they won with an extension lead. Like it's not even close, guys. If you see the points, 41k versus 27k. And now it's the question, how did that happen? Why did that happen? Right? We're talking about 2377, one of the best kingdoms in the game so right now. In my opinion, top 3 kingdoms. And what do you think was how did that end up happening?
I actually don't think that GB77 is the strongest team in 2377. I actually think AO77 is much better.
Oh, okay.
So right, I mean, just on that, I'm currently looking at the betting screen right now, and just clicking on their matchup, you can see OWR against GV. Like you said, it was, it wasn't really close. Like it was 41
Mm,
to 28k. But if you look on the right side, 75 DC and AO77 was like a little bit closer. It was about, let's say that like a third arc worth a point swing. So I generally think AO77 is the better team. I'm not exactly sure specifically who is on the team, but Just from their performance, I think they're
Mm.
slightly better. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean it's crazy, right? People betting on these. I mean, it makes sense, right? People betting on these big teams. We had the other situation with 60GT as well versus 3379 in top 16, where 60GT got kicked out, and I was kind of yeah, shocked that also GV77 got kicked out. So now, in my opinion, from the top three kingdoms, is only 1093 left. It's incredible, right? When you think about these kingdoms are doing amazing in the KVKs, but when it comes to the Osiris League, we see that those kingdoms can also lose, guys, right? Just because you're one of the biggest kingdoms doesn't mean that you're automatically gonna win everything, especially with people catching up to these kingdoms and that there's not much anymore left. But what is the cap between 60GT, for example, and a like A-star kingdom? You know what I mean? Like these kingdoms catching up to the bigger ones, and they learn from these kingdoms. And also in South League, it comes down to then like every micromanagement, and it's insane that we can see that the other teams also starting to win, you know, these matches. Um, the other match, 75DC versus E68, is as well, was not even close, right? It was 47k to 29k. In my opinion, I don't know E68. Are they like a good team? I mean, they won insanely against Mimi. But people told me like Mimi is not good. So I don't. I mean, I cannot give like a perspective from my view. Do you have like there more information? How did that end up?
I am not that familiar with E68, but like on the topic you were talking about before with like teams catching up, like so the game's obviously like kingdoms have changed a lot, right? There used to be
Mm,
three, four, five alliance kingdoms in the game, and now everyone's really like shrunk down to just one alliance. So you'll often notice that the really like top end teams and kingdoms are like way more stacked, right? Because it's a higher concentrate of better king players within the alliance.
yeah.
So you're able to get 30 people together, and they've also helped a lot with the change they made this so well, where you can set a baseline power. So even if you enter KVK, and you lose some of your troops, you're still able to play at the power that you set at a certain period throughout
Mm,
the Osiris League, right? So it helps that there's teams that like can't spend and can't heal as much as they should. Um, but another thing people like don't really realize is OL is just a completely different game. Like there are some players that are really good at OL, but they're not necessarily as great in KVK.
mm,
Um, yeah, especially like some teams, right? So like for example, the reason GT and 93 are really successful in Osiris League, and you'll notice like 93 hasn't had that long of a run of being really good. Like they were obviously quite decent up
mm,
until probably like 2 seasons ago, but
yeah.
then they really like shot up, right? About 2 seasons ago, especially during the first Grand Prix,
Mm-hmm.
or second Grand Prix. And that's because, it takes time to really like get all of the like core fundamentals of your kingdom out of the way. So, planning KVKs and like managing your kingdom. Once that's like fully established, then you can start to branch out and like really hammer down on Osiris League and these other specifics. The reason I don't think GV is like that like on the top level with GT and 93 is because they're still going through like a lot of kingdom restructuring. They're still fairly new, so it's going to take
Mm,
time until they knock all that out the way before they can start concentrating on Osiris League.
yeah. Um,
Yeah.
what is the chat saying? I know it. I don't forget about joining BS for the Arc match. Alright, welcome everyone. So what is the chat saying? We got 20 votes on the poll so far. 60 MX is in a favor for versus 3379. So we got a little bit of time left. Let's have a real quick look on this epic match at 15DC. Like I said, it's my favorite one from the matches today. We got 60 MX versus 3379. I mean, it's crazy if you're looking about the history, what these teams have done so far. 3379 have kicked out an insane match, 1960 main alliance 60GT, right? It was
Yeah.
not even close. It was 47k versus 33k, guys. Those who don't know what happened, 3379 sniped away the top obelisk from 60GT, How did that happen? 60GT simply didn't cover the defense in that obelisk. They literally had just one march with a CC in there with T1 marches, T1 troops, and yeah, they sniped it. And then 60GT had no choice of getting the troops there because they had to step up to try to swarm the obelisk, but at the same time they got swarmed by the troops from 3379, and that's how they lost the obelisk. What we still need to mention, 6GT managed to get, I think, 3 or 4 arcs in this game, still through with a long refresh time, which was also incredible, right? That just shows the insane power of 6GT. But that they didn't respect the simple thing of defending the obelisk basically cost them the Osiris League potential win, right? Which is crazy, right? That's always what I say. Do your fundamentals, do the basic things, and then do your plan. Like, you cannot give up a simple thing like the obelisk, because you. I mean, I don't know how to ever call it, but because you too. I don't like how do you say it without sounding it or making it bad, without. What is the correct word for that? Like, I don't want to say arrogance, but like overconfidence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I just say they got complacent that game. They didn't, they obviously didn't do the basics and such.
Mm.
Yeah.
And since then, 3379 had also a really good match versus 3174, where they won with a 2k lead. 60MX won with a 17k lead, and now we got the clash of these two alliances. 60MX, the only hope for the Kingdom of 1960, and then we got the newcomer 3379 out of nowhere, doing this insane play. And now, what do you think, guys? And also to you, Wes, what do you think about this upcoming match? Who gonna win? Is 60MX gonna be able to take revenge for 60GT? Are they gonna be able to kick out 3379, or do 3379 kick out also 60MX?
Okay, I mean, if you want me to be honest, like, I don't even think this match is going to be that close, surprisingly. Like, the reason. Also, one thing you forgot to mention was GT didn't have a T1 arc runner, or not arc runner, but obelisk runner. So at the match, it's very standard for teams to have a fast T1 march, snipe the obelisk at the very start, like
Mm,
on their own side of the map. And GT's like player who was responsible for that, he wasn't there at the match. And so when they had to put backups in, the backup also did not fulfill that role.
oh,
So
okay.
that delay of 20 to 30 seconds was what allowed 3379 to get enough points for the 6 cost skill, Master of
Mm,
Strategy, and therefore they were able to snipe the obelisk with like 20 to 30 seconds left. If they had a T1 runner, GT would have already had TB'd up on the obelisk, so the defense would have been a little bit easier to manage. But yeah, I think the stars really aligned for 3379 that game. I mean, obviously not to take away from their efforts because they played a really well game as well,
yeah.
right? Like disregarding that, but I think you know GT would put their full focus into uh MX now that they're knocked out.
Mm. So you
Yeah,
think
help with
like
planning and all that.
so you think like they piloting maybe the accounts, or even like sitting in the VC and giving the call outs for this matches, what
I
60MX
mean,
have to do now?
I don't know specifically, but I'm sure they'll be helping them out. Like for example, their planner is really like he's really really good. So
Mm,
he'll obviously be giving a lot of insights to the plan and I mean like you said, like maybe shot calling throughout the match, helping
mm,
them with the quick decisions.
yeah,
Because at the end of the day, at high level Arc of Osiris, or like even Osiris League, it's not about how good your plan is. It's about like how you react and how you like what you do on the field in the moment, like spontaneous actions. That's what really puts other teams apart. How do you react to
yeah.
something that you haven't planned for?
Yeah, that's true. It also comes down to like the simple things like micromanagement, right? Like these little movements which can either win or cost the match. It comes down like in a KVK, if you lose your match, okay, it's fine. You can just refresh really quick. Because you have hundreds of other matches. But in a Cyber League, we are capped to like 30 players, right? So every single troop matters, and if you do a mistake, incorrect move, and you lose your match, it might cost like like a building or something, So that also comes
Mhm.
down to this game. All right, so we see OWR and 75TC will be also officially casted by the Rise of Kingdoms channel, but that's fine. We're still going in. Hey Shion, welcome to see. So we have, how much time is it? 2:55 seconds left. All right. So we got a little bit of time left before we can start spectating. Let's have a look on the other matches. Is there anything else going on? We have 1188 versus JST going on. I mean, I'm not sure. Is it gonna be JST gonna win that one, or do you think 1188 gonna win this? Cause they see they're also 5 being power, so they're not that weak.
Oh, 1188 is really good. I think they take that match for sure.
Oh really? Oh, okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
1188 has been such a consistent team these years. They're
Okay.
really good.
So, but what about 1365? I mean, they're also one of the top tier kingdoms, no? Or did they had like a little downfall? Because when I remember when I quit Rise of Kings like around 2 years ago, 1365 was definitely at the top. Did that have changed over the past years, or?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, all kingdoms of that size have met the demise really,
Hmm.
over time. Like JSC for example, they lost a lot of their like core players. Half like handful quit, handful moved to other kingdoms. For example, Star used to be one of their like main most well-known players. He's back in GT now, or not back
Oh,
in, but he's moved to GT now.
okay.
But yeah, in terms of OL, I think their OL quality has definitely reduced, but obviously they made it this far. That's still quite a
Hmm.
big deal. I just think 1188 is a little bit more consistent than they are.
All right. Damn. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know a lot of these new teams. I know the old ones, but yeah. And then we got 93T was DQ39. We saw in the group stage DK39 have already once lost against 93T. I mean, we're talking about 93T here, right? It's probably the most like. Are they also the only kingdom who won against 1960 so far? I'm not sure. Is that the only kingdom who won against 1960?
Actual matches, I think so. Like if you disregard Grand Prix, I think so. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, I think they have. Um, I mean 93 is just really good. Like these guys are biggest nerds in the game, so
Yeah.
you already know. Like even these small mistakes, they are like double, triple checking to make sure it doesn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Like they're really consistent. I mean, this team is like top tier. Like it's no question asked. Like with 3.4 being power, like you would say yeah they're much weaker, but also here again the power isn't really that much of a playmaker. It comes down to these micromanagement stuff, and 93T have such an insane micromanagement, in my opinion, and avoiding these small mistakes. All right, we can go in. We have 3 minutes for the battle before we can start here. What is going on the map? Um, yeah, we see reporting in here.
Yeah, you notice they are pulling in one at a time. The reason being is they want to optimize like the entry spots for
Hmm.
people that don't teleport to the obelisk first. Um, because if you're teleporting to the obelisk late, you'd rather have a front spot closer to the front.
Yeah.
That way you have less march time overall.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely something which people. I mean, we saw it in a match where 60GT lost. Like these marching out of the home base is like so long. It only it takes 3 minutes just to get to the outpost of Iset here on their side. It's insane, right? And then you need to optimize this so that you get the max value out of that. But like these small things which matters, right?
Yeah.
Alright, we're seeing reporting all in. Looking good, looking good. Yeah, you will see that every team is doing that, which, I mean, they should do it. It just makes sense, so. Oh my god, Shion. Shion said you suck. Oh man. You can't leave it, right? You did it as well in the stream with Valentin, bro. You keep blaming the other part. It's insane, Shion.
The Arvix on the DC side.
All right. What do you think about the skills? Like, is there like a meta of the of side seek skills? I saw they got a couple new added, like the teleporting one, for example, which 3379 used. But I also see like Heaven's Grace being used a lot against Death. What do you call it? Death. What is it called? Like this one skill which kills like everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. To the death. To the
Yeah,
death.
to the death, exactly. Right. Is there like a meta, or do people like choose a little bit of outstanding skills now, which is technically not meta anymore?
I mean, it depends on the team. I would say like out of your 6 slots for skills, 4 of them are probably like pretty defined.
Hmm.
And then you have like 2 slots depending on your playstyle.
Hmm.
So for example, like energetic is just a must. Like it's too strong to not have.
Yeah.
Energetic lets you have way more skill points than you would usually have just by constantly popping it.
Yeah.
Um, Stuff like Bog Down, Heaven's Grace, Dust Up, like all the generic combat skills from mid are pretty solidified. To the Death is pretty solidified. You have to have that for mid fights. Um, and then you get to experiment. So there's a new skill called No Mark. We see Bia have started to use it a lot recently.
Mm-hmm.
No Mark reduces the first occupation timer on a structure by 1 minute, and it also increases your stats, like your garrison stats in the structure, as well as how many points you generate from the structure for a certain amount of time. So if you
Hmm.
think you can get a really huge lead off of structures like at the start of the game, then that really helps. Yeah. So a couple of niches for different teams. It really just depends on your playstyle.
Okay, what I already noticed here at the start, again, like when we're talking about these little things in the game, we seeing that OWR was way faster when it comes to occupying outpost of like the second outpost on the back. And both on these have basically the same timer, where the other one have like 30 seconds in between. I mean, these little points can make a difference, right? In a very, very close match. It's the same with the gators, right? These little time where you think, oh yeah, it's just half a minute. No, I mean, you have only 1 hour, or like technically 55 minutes, um, where you can give a point, and 30 seconds can make a difference, right? Also if it's only an outpost. The same for an obelisk. If you capture the obelisk a little bit faster than the enemy does, you can TP faster, which means you can end up being faster on the first rotation of the Itars and the Shrine of War and Life, and like these things matter, and that is the small things which I talked about when it comes to the micromanagement. What teams need to maximize. Every single step, every single second matters in this game mode. Um, and if you slacking here and there on these few things, then you will notice that in the points.
Yep.
Alright, we see here at the Desert Altar the first clash coming up. As well as on the other side on the Desert Altar. Right, OWR is a little bit faster in moving on the top side, where we're in time to protect the Desert Altar and getting a good positioning. While on the bottom, we're a little bit slow on it, and yeah, have gave it a little bit apart from it. So that gives 75 DC the time to safely give up here next to the Desolator and get into position, and they might even start swarming this rally. Yeah, couple doing it. Not a lot did through. Alright. On the top part, there's also no action yet. Oh, we see OWR moving in on the top part. Let's see who's gonna win this battle here. These first battles are really important because, I mean, each ITAR giving you 750 first occupation points. So if you can manage to get 4 first occupation, that is right there 3k points. So gaining these is really, really important. I mean, that is literally an arc, like the first arc in points. So
Yep. Yeah, it's really important.
right, it looks kind of even to me on the top part.
Yeah. On the top half, you notice that like there's a lot more blue marches. The reason being is it looks like they brought 2 players that were meant to be on their outer lane towards their inner lane.
Hmm.
Like as you can see, like towards their Shrine of Life, they're getting
Yeah.
chased down, but they're missing quite a lot of marches. I assume those marches are inside of the Desert Altar ball to help them defend it, and it
Yeah.
looks like it paid off.
Yeah, it definitely paid off. I mean, now they can turn on the marches on the Shrine of Life or even make a move against the Shrine of War and delay them all. We're seeing one player going towards the Sky Altar. Maybe they trying to snipe this one just to get, again, here, time off from 75 DC and making sure they're getting the first occupation and also occupation points per minute later. But I think they preferably want to kill the marches which were on the Shine of Life. Ooh, we see Shine of Life got taken by 75 DC. That is not good for OWR here. That is like already like a minute probably. Lost on occupation. Maybe even 2 minutes because it's only one march swarming it right now. How's the bottom part looking? The bottom part is looking pretty even. But I think 75 DC should hold that Desert Altar, especially with the marches coming in for reinforcement from the cities. They should be able to hold this Desert Altar 100%. Alright, pretty even so far. The only difference what I noticed was definitely the snipe from 75 DC on the Shrine of Life, which cost actually more, not even 2 minutes, like probably 4 minutes of bait time. I mean, we have here like almost 1.5 minutes of holding from 75 DC. Now it's like 4.5 minutes where the Shine of Life was not in hands of OWR, which is again quite a few points, right? So, but we do see a move here on the Sky Altar, but it's not enough troops. They're getting just killed. Yeah, easy. Ooh, but on the other, oh shit, we have a lot of pressure on the Desert Altar now. There's a rally. We got a few open field marches over there. But it doesn't look like we're gonna be able to get it. Or am I underestimating it? I'm not sure.
We should start to see the teams rotate to mid now. 4 minutes to be left on the arc timer.
Yeah, you're right. We're seeing a lot of marches from the people who are still in the home base marching towards the middle on both sides.
Yeah, and you notice that a lot of people who've TP'd up onto the obelisk are still sending to lane. This is because they realize that because they have the front TP spot, if they have their marches killed here, they're able to rotate back to middle on time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's just the Shine of Life difference at the start. Everything else is pretty even. It probably comes down to the mid fight, to having the better micromanagement and skates being used. So far from the start here, the beating game is looking pretty similar between these two teams. It's the question, can 75 DC get in position here first? I mean, they already got 5 marches, 7 marches in front of the temple, and the other ones are following.
Yeah, it's a good position. That's one of the benefits of being able to rotate earlier.
Yeah.
Have that create that space between the temple and the enemy team.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If you look at 75 DC's Shrine of War, you see a lot of OWR marches trying to hit it or like trying to die. These marches are definitely going to be late to middle. They're like just really desperate to try and get killed here. If I was 75 DC, I would just try to get these marches to red and then instantly just walk off and go back to middle. Because at that point, they're not really doing any damage to your march walking by, and it keeps their march pretty much hostage on that spot.
Isn't that also a thing in the KVKs that you just try to get marches low and then leave them alone and target a new healthy march to get this one low as well very fast?
No, not really. You really just want to like constantly kill as much as you can. Reason being is, like if you have low march cap or like in your march, you're just gonna take way more damage. So the best trades that you can get are when marches are low.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to hurt people the most, you make sure you fully kill them. When it comes to like really like more what's the word, like small and controlled murder balls, like not just massive fights. If you get marches like really low and enough so that you're oh, they pop sneaky tactics. I wonder what they're doing.
Who popped
Oh, and
it?
Sun Sailor. Wow. OWR pops sneaky tactics and 75 pops Sun Sailor.
What is Sunsetter doing?
I have actually never seen that used before. This is my first time for me. So we're about to see.
Okay. Let's see what is going on here. I mean, it looks to me that OWR is. Oh, where? Maybe. It's hard to tell. It's kinda even, but
Yeah.
OWR is getting over the reinforcement from the obelisk, so this might be. Nah, okay, we're seeing a lot more blue.
So Sun Sailor selects 2 locations on the map to place some solar things. And if you get in range of one of them, you'll be teleported to the other one. So it's kind of like a gate, if you would think of it like that. Interesting.
Yeah, here I see some solar barbecue. Troops can use the solar barbecue to teleport to its paired solar barbecue team members and what the fuck?
Yep, that's the one.
I mean, I'm not sure if that is really worth it. Like, is that
yeah, it says 0 out of 50, so it doesn't look like anyone actually entered it.
I mean, they might do it now with a reinforcement, but I mean, the question is, can you destroy it? Because I see someone going over there.
Oh, they just use sneaky tactics on 75 DC side. I think they're gonna try and steal Yark.
Okay, it feels like I'm like 3 seconds behind you for whatever reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay, interesting. But wait, where the marches from 70? Ooh, on the left side, where the Shrine of War is. Okay, so they. Okay. I get what we're trying to do. We're trying to do to just drop the arc and make the people splitting, and just trying to snipe the arc probably. Okay, we see also on the bottom side that the Shine of Life got lost by 75 DC, but they took the Sky Altar from OWR, so and they got the Desert Altar on top. Oh shit, that's not looking good for OWR. I mean, that probably due to the reason that they have sent more marches into the middle to secure that arc. Um,
Yeah. Oh, I figured out their plan. So they sneaky tactics on the left side, right? That group of marchers, they had some marchers kill the arc carrier,
yeah,
but other marchers didn't hit anything, so they were still hidden. So their plan was to have half the marchers kill that carrier and the other half try to pick up the arc.
yeah.
And while they're still invisible, they run to the bark or the solar thing to try and teleport back to their outpost. But
I mean,
yeah,
I understand. Yeah, but the thing is that really gonna secure them the the arc here?
I'm not sure because you have to think about it. They used 8 skill points for this, right?
Yeah.
So you really have to consider, would you have rather used 8 skill points of like combat buffs or this? Um, but OWR has the point advantage now because they only popped sneaky tactics, which was 3 points.
Yeah. I mean, sure, they can delay the arc, but I mean, we're talking about the arc situation being on the side from OWR. So even with that Solar Baku, which is only 40 at 10 left,
Yeah,
I mean, even if OWR is losing that arc and it's getting dropped, they can just reinforce faster than 75 can do, and they can just reclaim it what they just doing over the time. I mean, it's
yeah,
yeah, this is not good. This might have cost them also the second arc because, like you said, it's a 5 point difference, like 3 versus 8.
yeah. Exactly. It's a huge, huge swing. So if OWR is able to cap this arc really quickly, so it looks like they're finally clearing up the 75 DC marches, like in an ideal world, and if I was in their position, I would cap it instantly on the Shrine of War because you already know you're 5 points up on the enemy team, so
Yeah,
you're pretty much guaranteed to win the next arc, and you want to make sure that happens ASAP.
yeah.
Otherwise, 75 DC has more time to, like take a step back and take a breather, and then really like try to get things back on track. I wouldn't give them that break at all. I'd try to force this next arc as soon as possible.
I would do the same. Yeah, from the normal position standing here, with how fast the points being captured, for the scales, you would want to fight ASAP now. But I'm not sure if OWR is planning to do so. The march is not
No.
going directly. No, it's not.
Yeah, it looks like he's
Wow.
walking back to the
Okay.
city.
They really want to give 75 DC the time to regaining? That's insane.
Yeah, it's a bit weird to me. Yeah. Because when you cap arc, it's going to be back on a 15-minute timer. So you have time to do like this current push plus another push on top of that. Yeah, I'm not sure. 9-minute timer actually, sorry.
Okay, they might be able.
Oh, so they pop no mark. I mean, you might be slightly delayed, but they pop no mark on the OWR side. It means they actually want to go back and swap to structures now. Um,
What is that exactly doing? Like capturing the buildings faster, or
yeah, yeah. So when you kill all the enemy troops in a building, it takes 3 minutes to fully capture the building to start
yeah,
generating points, right?
yeah.
It shortens that 3-minute timer down to 2. It gives you your garrison a lot of stats like tankiness,
Hmm.
and it also um, increases the point generation on that building.
Ooh.
Or on all buildings, sorry, all buildings. So if you're owning, let's say, 3 altars, the swing is now going to become a lot. Like you're going to own a lot of points.
But we're not gonna be able to get the desert altar. They lost the sky altar. Hmm.
Yeah, that's a bit strange to me. So
I mean, looks like 75 DC doing a better job here at the building game so far. If we're looking on the overall battle infos, we're seeing there's a slightly difference of almost 400 points on occupation. That sounds not like a lot, but 400 difference after like 17 minutes or like 60 minutes of occupation game time, it's already quite a lot. If you're stacking that up, it could go up to like 2K by the end of the game.
Yeah. Oh, easily more. You can be between 4 to 5K. If you play your occupation correctly.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's
Yeah.
insane.
So they managed to get the Sky Altar back, but you don't really see much value coming back out of No Mark here.
Mm.
Wow. So yeah, if you look at their Sky Altar, they took it back and the timer started at 50 seconds to capture. It's actually really quick. Oh, it goes from 2 minutes to 1 minute. Sorry.
Okay.
Huge.
I don't know. I tried to not get a delay, but for some reason I have a 5 second delay for whatever. It's
Oh.
on top of the 3 minutes delay. I have also a 5 second delay. Perfect. Oh man, what is
And on
Lily
top of that
doing?
delay, there's also a, yeah. Oh yeah, the 3 minutes delay, right? It's funny.
Okay, but where the heck am I? Oh, there. Dude. Okay. Yeah. So they really want to hold. I mean, after that scale being used for 6 points makes sense. I probably would have preferred to not use it. Just go for the directly next R, and just play out the point value, which they had with 5. I'm pretty sure they have other combat skills as well, so they could have like popped like a 7 or 6 one. Why 75 DC could have not did it, probably. I would have go for that. In my opinion, I think that would have been better. Or what do you think?
Yeah, I think they should have did what we were talking about before. I think
Hmm.
forcing way more arcs here is definitely in their benefit.
Yeah.
I think I saw their vision. They had a lot of a lot of presence towards the DA. 75 spent a lot of their um a lot of their marches committed to trying to get that arc back, but I think the timing was a bit off because 75 DC was able to get their marches back to defend the
Hmm.
DA from them,
Yeah.
so it didn't really work out.
Okay.
Wow, and they're even losing the Desert Altar on their weak side as well, on their top side of the map. And a huge 75 DC presence there as well. It doesn't look like they're going to be getting that back anytime soon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's insane. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And we see also on the Sky Tower on the top side, like 10 marchers gonna be defending there. So even with a ready, they have only like 5 swarmers, so that's not gonna be enough to get that one. And we do see a lot of defense on the top side on at the desert attack. That's gonna cost them a lot of points there. That is not good for OWR here. By they also lost the Sky Atta on the bottom. Oh my god. They completely losing now the building game. That's insane. That is insane. Have you seen a ready coming in on the bottom on the desert Atta? But there are no swarmers. Like the ready just gonna get swarmed. Okay, they looks like we're gonna be able to get the desert Atta on the top side back. They have a ready coming in. They have a lot of open feed marches there. It didn't cost them that much of lead. It's only so far 450 points, but yeah, it's like 450 points difference, right? If they're capturing the arc, it's gonna be only a 2.5K lead now instead of like a 3K. And if 75 doing that for the rest of the game, they can definitely close up the. Oh, okay, yeah, they both in the arc. So now it's, yeah, like I said, like 2.4k lead for OWR now.
Yep.
Yeah, they definitely want to go for the arcs, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, 75 DC at this point is over double their occupation score, and they still have 7 minutes till arc. So if they're able to keep up that lead, um, it's still quite a lot of score that they can catch up on. So, let's say like a 350 gap, for 5 minutes is already going to be like almost 2,000 points, right?
Yeah.
And even though OWR captured the first arc, so that means they were naturally already up 3,000 points, the gap is already back to 2,000 points between OWR and 75.
Mm.
So over that time, 75 DC would have been able to pretty much mitigate the amount of points that they lost by losing first arc, which doesn't really put OWR in a good spot because, like we said before, they really had a lot of advantage. They won with way less skill points. Um, so we'll see how it goes. I think second arc is going to be a really big game changer here.
100%, yeah. Like, now 75 DC should be in the lead of these points. They should have like maybe 2 more than OWR. I mean, they use 6 for the skill. Plus the sneaky attacks were 9. So they had 10 for the arc fight. So minimum must be 1 point more. Okay, we're seeing a
Oh,
lot. Hmm?
back up to the same occupation score now. So they managed to even out.
Oh, it's 30 somewhere lost. Oh, no, it's the outpost. Okay. Maybe they're getting the Skyata. I'm not sure. They got a rally going on. They got a few open field matches, but it looks like 75 TC got this because the rally is almost dead. Yeah, and they reinforcing. Yeah, they definitely can hold the Skyata. I think they didn't. Did they even lost a single structure so far? Did they? I'm not sure. Like, I think they didn't lost the structure, or am I wrong?
Who?
75 DC.
75?
Yeah. Did they lost the
I mean,
structure to OWR?
I think that, I mean, they had, I think the Sky Altar on their top side got flipped at the start of the game briefly.
Hmm.
Um, Shrines have been flipped a little bit, but I think that DA has been doing pretty good. I think it got flipped very briefly, but it was instantly recaptured.
Okay, we're seeing a lot of pressure again on the desert Attack, and somehow there are no defenders from OWR here. Not even enough to. Okay, they're reinforcing it. That's what I would do also right away. Just keep reinforcing. Don't lose the structure. You need the points. The Swarmer's getting counterattack damage anyway. Just continue getting points. That's more important, in my opinion. Because I mean, think about that. It's a 3 minute occupation again, or like 2 minutes. So you definitely don't want to lose the points on this one. But it looks like we're gonna lose. Oh no, they keep. Okay, they got it. They got it. Nice. OWR have successfully defended the Deserter. We should also start seeing the movements in the mid, and we see. Okay, wait, am I blind or something? I don't see anyone from 75 DC moving towards the mid.
Yeah, I don't either.
What is going on here?
Interesting.
Huh? Okay. Wait, maybe are we now teleporting or something? Ooh. Okay,
Well,
they
no
going
mark.
completely for the build game.
Do you see where the no mark gates are? Because I can't. I don't know where they are.
Okay, we're seeing a quite few marches on the Skyata on the bottom. Looks like they're also gonna
Yeah.
capture it.
So they have one solar bark in front of their gate, and they have the second one. I can't find the second one actually. I don't know where the second one is. Interesting.
Hmm. I'm more irritated by the troops. Where the heck are they from 75 DC? We're seeing a lot in the mid from OWR, but
Yeah. So it does look like they're slightly balling in front of the outpost. I can see marches dragging there now, but I wonder what they're gonna do for this arc fight.
yeah. I mean, they use just 6 points, so they have probably like 5 now, while OWR haven't used a single point. So they should have been they should be capped out, right? With 10 points now.
Uh yes. I mean, I don't think they're fully capped out. Oh no, if they haven't used a skill since last arc, then yes, they're. No, they used no mark
Yeah.
on 75 side, so they won't be capped. Yeah, but if you're talking about OWR, then I think they're probably at 8 by now,
Okay.
8 or 9. Yeah, because they did use no mark, so they would have been reset to about like 2 or 3.
Hmm. Okay, and we see the point difference is also insane. But 440 points per minute versus 962 points per
Yeah,
minute.
huge. That's the no mark swing that I was talking about. Like holding all 4 altars is a huge swing of points.
Hmm. Yeah, and the thing is, like, what is what is OWR doing now? Like, they can't give up the mid because if they lose the arc on top of that, they're gonna basically probably losing by that point the game. Ooh, they're using sneaky tactics. Desert Storm by
Interesting.
okay, so they spotted the marches there, so they're gonna get a good amount of damage. But I mean, hmm.
That was a great use of Desert Storm by OWR. It completely
Oh,
nullified their plan to sneaky tactics through.
oh. Okay, so Desert Storm is damn. Okay, I didn't know that. Wow,
Yes. So Desert Storm removes the hidden status on troops, which you get from sneaky tactics, for example.
wow.
Um, so I think 75's plan was to try. They knew they didn't have the marches to contest mid because they were focused on the structures. So
Yeah,
they wanted to use a small amount of marches to try and sneaky tactics to the arc and try to stall it or run away with it.
wow.
Really interesting.
Yeah, that one cap march who spotted the group. Damn. 20 seconds, but these marches should be dead in the next couple of seconds. They still holding the Sky Altar through on the bottom side and on the top as well, the Desert Altar. Like, it's insane. Like, the point difference is basically 1k.
Yep. Yeah, I mean 290 to 1.1 thousand, that's probably the largest occupational swing I've ever seen in my life. Like in this game, in professional Cyrus League. It's crazy. All 4 altars with no mark activated is absolutely mental.
That's really crazy. And it looks like we're not gonna get it anytime soon. Like the Desert Altar on the top side is still Half-Life. They got a good amount of open feed marches there still. They might get the Sky Altar on the bottom now. There's only like a couple of 75 DC marches left. There's a rally coming in. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna get the Sky Altar back. But at which cost? Like that gave 75 DC a 1.5k lead almost. And the arc haven't been successfully secured yet. It's still probably. Oh wait, no.
Yeah, so it looks like he's going to the outpost, so minute out. But
Yeah,
another thing is I think that group in the middle did their job. Like they really stalled out the marches in mid. Like you can see a lot of 75 march or OWR marches are still wandering around the middle of the map. So it's still a bit of time before they manage to get back to lanes and retake their structures.
yeah.
So right now there's 2k point lead for 75, and OWR is about to score the arc and get another 3,500. So we'll see about a 1.5 gap for OWR.
And the point difference
Or
is still insane. 290 versus 740. So 2 minutes and that lead is gone. Okay, now it's back to 590. But still, it's not good. I mean, at this point, wait, where are these matches coming from? Are they delaying the arc delivery? They probably trying to get it down to like a 3 arc only and not a 4 arc match. If I would be OWR, I would definitely go for a 4 arc match here at this point. Just instantly capture the third one as well and try to get a fourth one. You need to go for it. Like, you're losing insanely on the occupation game. You cannot lose that fourth arc game.
Yep.
You cannot give that up. You're still having on both sides 2 skills not being used yet. Probably like something like to the death or something for the mid fights.
Yep. I would assume like to the death, maybe Heavens, Bog Down, or maybe Dust Up.
Mm.
We'll see. I feel like with Dust Up they would have been expected to use it by now, so we'll see.
Yeah, but I can definitely see why 75 DC have one time in the Osiris League. Like, they have this banner, right? So that shows that they have won one time.
Yes, yeah, they won in their they won the last SARS League in their realm.
Yeah. So you can definitely
Or
see why. So they have a good understanding of these tactics and you know what they want to do in the game. It's a little bit off meta, in my opinion, especially with the first arc fight. That was a little bit weird, in my opinion. But I mean, this is good, right? You're trying stuff out, you see if that works or not. Um, I wouldn't technically do it in a such competitive way. Maybe it worked out in Arc Osiris, and we were like, okay, let's test it out in Osiris League. It worked in Arc Osiris. But I mean, you could clearly see that they technically could have lost a huge advantage, but OWR didn't want to go for the next arc directly, so they gave up this little advantage they had over 75 DC. Yeah. Ooh. Do we see the Desert Altar being captured or not? Probably not. Man, OW is really unlucky on these beatings. Like, they not being able to capture these. Wait. Oh, they lost the Obelisk, but they gained it back. Okay. And again, there's a huge amount of marches from the... Huh? What? Sneaky tactics? But why?
I am not sure.
Why would you use sneaky tactics here? Explain to me. I don't get it. Like, is it doing like more damage or something? I'm not sure.
Sneaky Tactics, I'm pretty sure gives, what was it? I think it gives march speed. But I think you do get extra damage. You get like 30% extra damage
Yeah.
after you get out of invisibility. So that's probably why they used it, yeah.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
Which is, you know,
I mean,
like you compare it to Dust Up, which is 2 points, it's pretty much the same thing. But they're probably not running it, so that's kind of their like combat skill in a way.
yeah.
Interesting.
I should be as
Actually, I
full.
think it's more than Dust Up. Oh,
Yeah,
make
someone
some, make some...
needs to let me in. Okay. Let's go back to the
Right,
match.
man.
Alright, thank you. Not to forget about that. That would be
Yeah.
pretty bad. Okay, we got 18 minutes left. Let's see. It's a really really close game. We do see what is it? 600-point lead? No, not even 500-point lead for OWR, but that one will be close pretty soon by 75 DC. Okay, I see a couple of Gators out running around here on the side from 75 DC. Also a couple from OWR. Provision with a 700-point lead from 75 DC. Could be also only by the fact that the Gator was like one got Zant already back. Except that the ones from OWR are still on the map and running around and gatoring. That could be the reason for that. Or we're just doing less provision. But I mean 700-point lead on provision is insane. Already. And they still having Zant Gators back. Yeah, that might be also like 1.5, 2k, 3k, maybe, in points, what we're having there running around.
Yeah. Well, it does look like 75 is sending to middle this time, so they probably want to fight them.
Ooh.
At least from the bottom side of the map. The
Hmm.
top side of the map is still sending to the desert altar. I guess we'll see. I mean, this arc is going to be the decider. It's actually a pretty close game, despite what's happened so far.
Yeah. Okay, we're seeing a huge group going for the desert altar on the top. And on the bottom as well, there's yeah, okay, not anymore. They hoarded the sky altar, which was really, really necessary. I think they're gonna lose the top altar, the desert altar, it looks like. Unless no, maybe not. Maybe not. We got a good amount of defenders over there. There's still reinforcement on the way. They might can hold the desert altar as well, which is gonna be really necessary. They cannot lose anymore like the structures. They need to hold at least fair ones. They don't need to win the building game, but they should at least hold the buildings on their side because they're winning the arcs. So come on, keep reinforcing. Oh, it's not looking good. Oh, to the death. Okay, we seeing mid fight. We're seeing a mid fight here. Okay,
Yeah.
75 DC is running out. Exactly what I would do as well. If they didn't use. Oh, that is not a good to the death. That was a
No.
complete waste. Oh no. Oh no. If 75 DC is doing a smart no and they're using to the death as well, they're gonna win that arc. Oh no. Oh no, that would be.
Time warp. Wow, time warp.
Huh? What is that?
Wow.
What is that doing?
I think I'm pretty sure it resets the cooldown of all your skills, and the next skill you use costs like it's like free. I'm pretty sure.
But for why? They didn't gain any structures.
I don't know. Well, it was to probably pop a second combat skill, I would guess.
That
This has been a
is
crazy game.
that is so weird. What?
Yeah, it is definitely very weird. Not expected at all. Haven't not seen this at all.
They even lost the desert Atta on the bottom.
Right.
Maybe that, because of that situation, they used it to gain back their structures faster.
Well, so 75 pops time warp, which and they okay, yeah. So they pop time warp in order to pop no mark again.
Hmm.
So but even if they cap all the altars, it's not gonna be enough to outweigh this arc. Third arc is 4,000 points, and they're already even. So over the next 14, like let's say 10 minutes, right? They would need a 400 occupation point gap,
Yeah.
like gap, right?
Hmm.
I mean, it's definitely possible, but you'd have to hold them for 10 minutes. So we'll see. On that note, I need to hop in the other voice for our arc match.
Yeah.
So I'll see you there, and good luck.
Yeah. Thank you. See you then.
All right, see you guys.
All right. So we got 13 minutes left. We got our arc match coming up in also 18 minutes, right? So, no, not 18 minutes, in 7 minutes. We are in BS. I'm gonna stream that as well. Let me switch over to music. Was will be here for the other match as well. Let me just put on a playlist. Alright, so reducing the volume. Alright. Alright, so where's the arc? Yeah. Looks like they got it. And looks like they're not going for 4 arc. Okay, looks like they are confident with a 3 arc situation. I mean, they lost the desert item as well. And they still have the no whatever it's called, right, which reduced the cooldown of the building's occupation and increasing the points and stuff like that. It's still going on. They're about to capture the desert item. We do see again an insane point of 260 versus 962 minute. It's insane. And they're about to get even more from the desert item. They still have a wow. That is so many marches here at the desert item on the top side. And they also having still the sky item on the bottom. Ted Osiris stream should be dust price. Lose money today. Oh man. Are you betting with real life money again? Oh man. Oh man, I'm not sure if I would have go for 3 arc only. Because look at this, it's a 2k lead. It's a 2k lead already by 75 DC. Ooh. Okay, they use also time warp, resetting all the cooldowns. Okay, they're using also no march. They're getting the Skyota back. That probably was the right call here. So they also having more points and also the reduced time. That was probably the smartest move what they could have done in this situation here right now. Looks like they're also gonna get back the desert attack. They're gonna counter with that the no march from 75 DC. And yeah, we can see the points have a little bit reduced from 2k to 1.4k. So if they can continue it, the 3k arc game was definitely then a win. If they cannot hold the data, it might be a win for 75 DC with no march. But as we can see, they're gonna get the sky attack back on the bottom, and they got the desert attack on the top on the bottom from 75 DC as well. That's a huge game. That probably just won them the game, I guess. That probably just secured the game for them. One by 12 seconds behind you? I have no idea, man. Okay, but we see that the desert attack on the top is still being held by 75 DC. And we see that the desert attack on the bottom is... Ooh, it's 2 minutes. Okay, no march is not working anymore. It's 2 minutes now. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, and it's a 2.5k lead now. Okay. Yeah, okay, look at the provision. The provisioner came back. It's a 2k lead now on provision. That's insane. And we see here again a really good move from 75 DC going towards that Skyhunter on the bottom. Having a good group with like a ready and like 15 marches or like 10 marches. We also see a good group here at around the Desert Atta, which could go over here and help to push that Skyhunter. They still holding the Desert Atta on the top. That's insane. Okay, they have delivered the arc. They have delivered the arc, so now it comes down. It comes down. We have 7 minutes and 45 seconds left. We have only a 1.2k lead by OWR. That's a very, 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 very close match. Do we have any provisioners out? We do have. We do have provisioner going out here. Do we have on the... Yeah, we also have on the other side. They still gathering. They didn't have Zen back yet. So that might be a win for them as well. Because we can see 197 points for provision only. But we see here like 3 provisioners where we have here 1. So that's like 4 provisioners, 4 gators running around, giving provision points. But we do see a lot more on the bottom. Here already 4, 5, 6, 7 marches, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, that's a lot of marches. Holy shit. That's a lot of gators. Ooh. Okay. We have a 2k lead now for OWR. We do see 700. Oh, this comes from no march, right? So we're getting double points or something right now. Or like at least more points overall from the occupation. Which is definitely playing in their favor. They got also the Shine of Life. Almost being captured, 5 seconds. Wow, in these last couple of minutes, OWR is looking forward to turn this game. Also on the beginning game, not just the Arcos Cyrus score. But Sunsailor? Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. They're trying to snipe that Skyhunter with Sunsailor. And they probably don't know where it is here, right? Yeah, they don't know where the heck that is. How would they know that's exactly right here? Oh shit. They don't know. They don't know. But they already sending gators here. Marches to gather around the Skyhunter to protect it. We do see already coming in. We do see a couple of swarmers on the way. The question is, where the heck is the other portal? Where the heck is the other portal, guys? Oh, it's here on the bottom? Ah, it's here it is. Okay. Okay, we see here these marches going towards the Solar Baku, or whatever it is called. Okay, they start to going in. And they want to get that Skyhunter, reducing the points in the last couple of minutes from OWR. It could make a difference. It depends on how many gators we have out and how many points we're gonna get from the provisions. Hey Skander, welcome stream. How you doing, man? Yeah, that's not working. That's definitely not working. 75 TC don't even have close the numbers. They don't even have close the numbers, and there's no reinforcement on the way. Look at all the gators. All the fighters gathering here at the Skyhunter. How's the top? Yeah, they just protecting their ones. Okay, sneaky tactics we seeing in here in the middle, increasing march speed and damage. Desert Storm. Okay, they really want to hold that Desert Altar. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, they will be able to hold it. It probably really comes down to the Gators and how much provision points they bring back here. Interesting. Yeah, I will spectate the 15C match as well. Don't worry, heads. I'm in BS. I'm in BS. No, we didn't had any. we should get next week probably, or like 1.5 weeks. Egg or hammer event. Okay, we have 2 minutes left on the time. We have 3k lead by OWR. Okay, that is looking good for them. They had got a couple of provision scores. Like around 600 more. But we do see still Gators here. From 75 DC out here and Gatoring. They just got the Shine of Life. Ooh. Yeah, that looks like... Oh, another 600 points came back. Yeah. For provision. Yeah, that looks like a defeat for 75 DC. Unless, like, these couple Gators which are on the way back. Oh my god, just in time. It's like a 4-second diff... Oh. Oh shit. But these Gators need to get home ASAP as well. 4.6k? Oh, that's not gonna be enough. That's not gonna be enough, right? It's a 1.9k lead for OWR. We do see a couple of Gators still on the way back from 75 DC. 300. Another. It's 1.2k diff. $1.2k. Oh no, 1k. 1k. Oh man, it's a 1k difference. Wow. GG to OWR for this insane match. That was a really good match. That was a really good match in my opinion, guys. But OW definitely had the better Arco-Cyrus fight. They did it smarter. GG. Alright. Let me move over. I need to get into the... Huh? Ah. Alright, guys, let's go. Alright, let's go, guys. Who the heck are we fighting against? We they don't have T5, right? 22 mil is the highest one. Yep. They have no T5. GG. GG, guys. Our enemy have no T5. Oh, they must be so mad. Imagine. 73 million. 41 mil. What is this? Holy shit. 100k to 400k? Holy shit. Hey Gavin, welcome to stream. How you doing, man? Hey, what is this skin? While this skill is active, your team gains 150% more energy points whenever it gains energy points, or 50% more energy points if originated thing from another arc of service skills. Lasts for 300 seconds. Huh, okay. Oh, I need I need more troops. Oh man. So slow. Where much in the middle? Oh man. I guess better just free 10 gold heads. Bro, look at that ready. Holy shit. Nah, that already don't die, yeah. It even got swarmed insanely, right? Alright, let's take that obelisk. I need even... I mean, I need 10k points for it. Bro, I try my best, Kiva. Oh shit, my wish shot is dying, fool. No! My wish shot. How much points? 1.2k. Mobile, I have already 36k. What the hell? Well, kind of GG, I guess. Oh wait, you have sent another one? Oh, this one. What's a good report, man? 2k. Oof. Let's try to get points, you guys. We need the points. 10k points. Oh my god. $3.5k. More points, come on. Oh, you have sent another one? Oh, damn, I didn't saw that. Oh, this one. Yeah, that's insane, man. No. Rip. $5k. It was that are at least 10 gold heads every time for us for free, so. Uh, how many points? 7k. Yeah, easy, guys. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. No problem. No problem, guys. Wait, was it transformed? Oof. Ah, easy. Should get these. Should swarm this guy and then it should have 10k points. Yeah, you get points for zeroing, and then, you know, you put just, if you have not enough, you put one troop in every altar, and then you're gonna get your, troops. I mean, they're even fighting here, so you're gonna get more points, right? But yeah, it's a lot of, I mean, the altar's gonna give you a lot of points. If you have, you know, in everyone you get 15 per minute, so that is 60 points per minute, so that is 6k points, sorry, 600 per 10 minutes. Easy, guys. Let's go, guys. I got it. I will leave the match. I got 10k points, so Slef can get in. Done. Someone can join. Alright, guys. So... Alright. What do you mean I'm not doing Sassy? Alright, let's have a look, guys, on the other matches which had been done. Okay, this one not. Okay, 4. See, guys, I told you, 489 gonna win this, bro. Okay, look. Oh my god, it's that crazy. Oh my god, it's that crazy and hurting to see. Guys, look at this. 3.6 million coins. Boom, gone. Out. Oh my god, it's that hurting, bro. I told you 489 gonna win against 16 OT. I don't know why the hell people thought 16 OT gonna win. I mean, I don't know, is that like a new upcoming team which is good or something? I'm not sure. But I mean, we're talking about 2489 here, bro. Right? Or am I just, I don't know, am I just lucky that we won? I'm not sure. Then of course 93T gonna win, right? And then this is insane. The GT got kicked out, right? So what about Anubis? Okay, also both matches at 15 DC. So we have 489 going in here as the first finalist, and then we're gonna find out Is it gonna be 748W or is it gonna be Bear or Beer? Who gonna win? Ooh, they won against Lost. Lost is not a bad kingdom. I know they're pretty good from the KVK. Ooh, FCK also. I know them also. 93, yeah, I 100% 93 gonna win. 35-35. I'm not sure about this one here, guys. You think? Yeah. I mean, from the power, it's probably gonna be 35-35. They probably are the most organized team, I guess, if you want to say so. And then, I mean, the clutch here that 6GGT got kicked out is insane, right? When 75 DC got kicked out, GV77 got kicked out. Both teams who have won already one time was House League in their realm. That is insane, right? So the match at 15 UTC here, 33-79 was 60 MX, bro. That's gonna be insane. I'm really hyped for this one. This is gonna be insane to see. Bro, if 33-79 not gonna win the worm, but if they're gonna be winning also against 60 MX, that's gonna be such a clutch thing for them. Because when they won against the whole team from 1960 again in those House League, and they are one of the newer kingdoms. 33-79 is their kingdom, right? That's a kingdom number against 1960. That over 1k difference of kingdoms. That is insane, right? So imagine we're winning against 60 MX as well. That would be such a storytelling, man. That would be such a storytelling. Not gonna lie. Alright, we got a little bit of stuff to do, guys. We have all of this stuff here. Here, look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this, guys. What should we do? What should we do? I mean, I guess obviously the goat heads, right? 200, 400, 600. Is that enough even for 250, 750? I could go for this completely. That would be 30 goat heads. But then I mean, it's city skin, but city skin is nothing what I want. Calf health is not what I want. Since I'm archer main in the early game, right? And I have archer defense here. I think that is better since I'm gonna be archer main. But the other thing is, I could also go for the equipment here through. I mean, wait, this is only 10 and 4. So this is 40 and this is like 100. Check your DM. Okay, hold on. Are you troops? Oh my... Scandal! What? What? Bro, did you crit them directly? You from a new kingdom, 3758. This one also crit. Scandal, what the fuck did you did? No way you crit 3 legendary pieces. Are you kidding me? You crit 3 legendary pieces? You crit 3 legendary pieces? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? What the hell am I watching? What the hell? Bro, what? 3 out of 4 legendary pieces you crafted, you have crit? Nah, man, that's insane. That is absolutely nuts. Holy shit, bro. Hope I'm lucky too. We will see. We will see. Oh, let's go. I take these. I take these. 3 Kuzunoki, 3 Bybers. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, so we got a little bit of stuff to do here, guys. I mean, we're getting beasts here. Oh, people going crazy for this. I mean, it is 2 days, but is it really worth to go that crazy for that? I'm not sure. Top 30 full? I'm not sure. I am not sure. Okay, guys. So what should I go for? You say skeleton take accessory chest, hats, and speed ups. Yeah, I would not go for the. I would not go for the cities team, since all 3 are not good ones for me. Right, this infantry health, cav health, absolutely good. Right, cav defense also fine. But I got Archer defense already, and like I said, guys, in the early game, in the first couple of KVKs, I'm Archer main, right? And it probably also gonna continue to be Archer main, but I'm gonna go for diff. So let's say I'm gonna run 5 marches, I'm gonna do maybe like 3 Archers, 1 Cav, 1 Infantry, or something like that, you know what I mean? Or like 2 Cav, 2 Archers, and 1 Infantry. So a city skin is definitely not worth it. This is also shit. I mean, I would like to get a decoration, but it's not worth 100. At least not now. I need other stuff. Right. Yeah, there are materials too. Exactly, that's what I'm thinking about. And this is level 4 pictures. So this right here is 6 million gold. This is 6 million gold, guys. This is 75 hours of speed ups, so this is like a little bit over 3 days of speed up, so this is also definitely worth it. But I think 100% what I need to go for is the materials. I think the materials is a no-brainer. This is 10 epics. 10 epics, right? That is like 2.5 legendaries. Like there's no question asked, guys, right? 2.5 legendaries, that's definitely worth it. Then the thing is, what am I going for? Right? I still gonna get like here from this here, I'm gonna get these fossil tracks. I can get if I gem here a little bit, I get these I don't know, accessory stuffs. So there is like ways where I'm gonna get more stuff. I will also get from Sharp Eyes and Quick Hands here more of these, right? But yeah, it's like, I think Goat has, right? I think Goat Hats is the goal, right? I need Goat Hats to expertise my YG and my Fatmos. I have currently 155, so that would bring me up to 185. And the third event will come again too. When? What do you mean third event? Huh? What? Oh wait, is there like one? Oh, protect the supplies too. From that you're also getting. Oh, true. Yeah, true. Oh, true. Yeah, it was earlier there, and then it was not there anymore. True. Okay. Yeah, but I think Goat has, right? I think that's a no-brainer. Like, you need the Goat hats. Like, there's no question asked for something else, right? Now is the question, I could go for speed ups and resources, which I definitely also need. I also need this XP through. That's 1,000,000 XP here right there, guys. That's 1,000,000 XP. Wait, and 50 gems for 30 minutes. Hold on, what? How much gems does it cost me for the 30 minutes in the? Where the heck is my shop? So this is 100. It's 40, 80. So it's definitely cheaper. Like, let's say I spend gems here, right? right? And I get these. It's definitely cheaper because I can turn these into 30 minutes. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it. Like, here. Yeah. If I would buy from here, yeah. So, at the end, right? Like, with, I mean, if I have more of these, I can turn these into 30 minutes. Ooh, what am I going? I need the XP through, but to be honest, I need the gold also. Shit, I need so much. Gold keys is not worth, in my opinion. The armament, like the blueprints here, nah. You get enough of these, to be honest. I preferably take the speed ups, the resources, or the XP here, to be honest. This is 40. Okay, let's do... Wait, let's do the calculation. So this is 30, this is 40, that's 70, and this is 50. I will get enough, no? Am I not getting enough to get all three of these if I gonna count here the 2, 4, 6, 8, 10? No, sorry, 2, 4, 6, 8 more here. 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Yeah, definitely, guys. I'm gonna get... Yeah, okay, easy, guys, easy. I'm gonna go for the XP first. I'm gonna get the speed ups. And then I'm gonna get enough for the resources as well. Right? And if I have an extra, I can go for the starlights as well. Yeah, Aton, 100%. Health is the best what you can get from city skins. If you have no skill damage ones, for example, or something, right? But if you're talking about the war stats between health, defense, and attack, you always want to get health. That's 100%. Okay, let's go, guys. This was pretty good, right? This was pretty good. We still have these here. So the rest of the stuff, what is where? It's this one here. This I'm gonna get through Mesozoic Mysteries. No, not there. From actually, I will if I kill Barbs and Gate on resources and stuff like that. I'm gonna get these these for sea tracks as well. So. And then here from the 12 the Ancients, I will get also these for sea tracks, so I will have enough to get these resources chests to finish. And then I guess I just gonna continue focusing on getting the starlights. That's 10. That's right, we have 300. That's a lot full. You see our face in KVK. I'm on Kingdom 3779. Hey, welcome in the stream. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting KVK. I cannot wait for it, man. I cannot wait for it. Wait, guys, is it worth if I purchase with gems to get this item and then I buy with that the starlights? Is that worth it? No, probably also not. Wait. I guess that's also not worth it. Okay, I think we're just chilling for now and see how much we're gonna end up with. I mean, this event is like 7 days left, so we have more than enough time to decide at the end which I want to use the rest of the stuff on. (24 upper enhanced defense advance). Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for these prints. I mean, if I need, right? Like if if more than gems coming up, I think I will purchase them there. How much is it again? 750. Yeah, that's 7.5k gems. If you have more than gems coming up, I'm gonna buy these. How much is it? That's 10k. 10k gems for 50 sculptures. That's insane for epic. Bro, imagine 50 sculptures for 10k gems. You get 5 per day from here. So that is 10 days where you just do 100 activity points and you get epic commander sculptures. The difference is crazy. The difference is crazy. By the way, talking about epic commander sculptures, I have my Kusunoki finished, right? My bypass is also on the way. We're seeing here, look at this, guys. 20 out of 40, and he is 5523. So he's also getting close to being finished. The question is, which one do I do after that? Am I doing Joan, guys? Am I just simply doing Joan because I use her in Sunset? I guess so, right? Or am I doing Imhotep because I will use I might use Imhotep for KVK? I mean, my only other two options is Imhotep or Joan, right? Imhotep I don't use in Sunset Fu, right? But I might use him in KVK, right? But you see here, Joan is behind Richard. So I could use then, after I have expertise bypass, I could use then the epic commander sculptures and expertise Joan. The other option, like I said, would be Imhotep for KVK. No, I will want Fatmos Valshi, but I could also want Kusunoki Imhotep as a second Archer March, you know? Since, like I said, I go for T5 Archer March. And so if I have enough T5 archers, I could go for 2 marches, and Kusunoki Imhotep would be a great AoE damage with Kusunoki, right? He's AoE. It's not a lot through, but he's pretty good in my opinion for KVK1, right? And then Imhotep would be up to 5 nearby enemy troops, take 20% more damage for 3 seconds. That's insane. 50% attack and defense bonus. And then whenever this commander troops is hit with a basic attack, it's had a 10% chance to reduce the attacker's skill damage dealt by 15% for 3 seconds. And then the expertise is 30% more damage and lose 50 rage per second. So this, if I do Kusunoki Imhotep, it would be AoE damage debuff reduction march. Right. I mean, Herman maybe also. You think Herman is better than Imhotep? You think Kusunoki Herman would be a better pair, guys, than Kusunoki Imhotep? Would you say that? Definitely? Really? I mean, I like the expertise from Imhotep. It's a pretty good debuff, no? Okay, interesting. So you're saying Herman is better. I can see upgrade CC soon again. You know what the other thing is? I could... Guys, how lucky am I on this guy? I could go for 3 archer marches. How lucky am I on gold keys with this one, guys? remember back in the day, how many times did I got him on the gold keys already? And in 6 days and 9 hours, he coming to the dailies. I could technically switch to him and go for a free Archer March setup in KVK1. Think about that, guys. That would be insane, no? I mean, I could go for dailies and just do him 5-5, no? 5-5-1-1? Guys, what do you think? 5-5-1-1, he is already 4. And with dailies, I can really quickly get him to 5-5-1-1. And then one a free Archer March. That would be insane, Fu. Ooh, nice. Let's go. 5 epic commander sketches. The thing is, Fu, I need more XP. I need a lot more XP. You fight a lot of cavalry marches, so it's not a good idea to have free archer marches. It's a lot of infantry and cav in KVK1, but moreover like infantry. And the thing is, I'm gonna have T5 archers, and T5 archers not gonna get killed by the T4 cav. I mean, I will get a lot of XP from the Marauders in pre-KVK, right? I have tons of XP, not XP, AP saved up, as you can see. So I will have a usage and get a lot of XP from there. The thing is just I still need so much. I mean, I got Herman. I can. So wait, guys. So what about this? I work on Herman, but the thing is, what do I pair him with? Do I do him and? I mean, wait. I can do Kuzunoki and Tim. I could do him. Wait, guys. If I'm lucky again. Wait. Guys, listen. I could be lucky. Look at this. I got. Okay. Hear me out. If we're gonna be lucky, I can do this. This is just a few level 1. That doesn't matter. Okay, guys. Let's see. Wait, how was that? How was that again? Was it? It was 60% like this, right? But what's the trick? 4 of these bandits and then 2 of these deathlings? That's how it was done, right? Ah, true. Yeah, okay. So 1... So, this is the last one I can do, right? Come on, crit. 40%. Okay. Whew, lucky. So, how do we... Now 4 of these, right? 4 and then 2 of the deathlings, right? 60% chance. Right? That's what I'm doing, right? Four of the bandits and then 2 deathlings, right? That's what I'm doing. Okay, it worked on Richard. It worked on the other one. It worked so far 2 out of 2 times. Come on. 3 out of 3 times, please. If I can get him all skills unlocked already, it would be so big. I could do 5511 with him, with the dailies. What do you mean it doesn't? Oh, skeleton. I swear to God. You're not helping. Come on, please. 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 No. Shit. That's unfortunate, guys. That's unfortunate. Now I need to think twice if I want to push him really to level 30. I mean, I could do... I don't know, guys. I mean, obviously I'm gonna do Fatmo's Washi, right? That's no question asked. Minamoto and Sansu, Bybers and Ediflat. That's 3 marches. And then I could do Ava Herman and this guy. Who do I pair him with, guys? Who do I pair him with? What do you think? Who do I pair him with? Do I pair him with Kusunoki or with Herman? I guess I'm gonna do Kusunoki, right? And then Herman and Imhotep. That could be my 5 March setup I could do for KVK1. Ah, yeah, here. Pyrus. It will have work for Pyrus and it will have work for Richard. Right here, if I can show you. 4-2. And then I did him on 5 stars. I only need 3 for him. So with dailies it would be a really low investment to get him 5511 and he would be pretty solid, no? I mean, who have this guy 5511 in KVK plus a full expertise Fatmos and YG plus Minamoto and Sansu plus Kusunoki? Yeah, I mean, the question is the equipment, right? How much can I do with the equipment? I'm pretty confident I can do some good amount of equipment. Yeah. It's also a question about equipment, right? But what do you think, guys? This guy, Herman, is probably worse than Siyash. I hope I pronounced him correctly. 5511, right? Is he 5511 better than Expertise Herman? As a secondary behind Kusunoki? I would say so, right? If I look here, it's single target damage. Sure, it's rage and silence. Rage reduction by 100 and silence. It's a 10% attack bonus and 10% march speed bonus. It deals more normal attack damage and they're gaining more rage. And 1150 proto expertise. This guy is doing 1000 damage. Hmm. I mean, I don't know, guys. I511. It could work out. And when I do Herman Imhotep, that would be a 5 March setup. Patmos YG, Minamoto Sansu, Baibas Ediflat, Kuzunoki, this guy, and then Herman Imhotep. It could work out, guys. It could work out. That would be an insane 5 March setup for KVK 1 through 3 Archer Marchers and 2 Cav Marchers. A lot of AoE damage, a lot of debuffs. We'll see. That would be an interesting matchup, guys. For KVK 1. Alright. I think I can do this, guys. 3 archers and 2 calves. I think I can do that. I'm confident. I'm really confident I can do that. Alright. The second match is about to start, guys. The 15 UTC one. The one I'm pretty hyped for. Oh, hey, no, man. They're also spectating it. Oh, come on. Damn it. Alright, 4 minutes left. Oof. Well, level 57, that's really good, man. 50, 50, 51. Damn, your City Keeper's level 50. Oof. Welcome back, NFL. How you doing, man? Alright. Waiting for Ross to join. Should join any second. My migrants and I land in 3 to 7. Let's go, Prince. Let's go. Alright, we need to Gaver here. Oh my god, what is that gold? Wait, I'll do it later. I need stone. What does Archer need? Stone and wood, right? I need to farm a lot of stone, guys. Stone and wood. I mean, wood I have, but I need stone. I have almost a billion wood. Ah, sorry. Yeah, resource-wise, it's looking good. 500 million gold. Looking good there, guys. Alright. 60 MX versus 3379. I'll work on. Alright, let me change. Hold on. Alright, guys, let us know if the volume from Rust is not loud enough, so I can change that. Well, that was a very boring arc again, but I take the 310 gold heads.
I mean, I expect a lot to feel like that, sadly.
Did you got 10k?
I mean, I'm at 8.6 now, so hopefully I can get 10 in the next few minutes.
Oh, it's
I'm
1 minute.
gathering it.
It's 1 minute left.
Yeah.
We'll be close. At least you
I
get
think we'll get a boost.
8, I think it was, right? Or 7?
Yeah, I'll get 8. Like 8, I was saying 8 is like good enough for me, honestly.
Yeah.
How long does the game have before it starts?
Like 3 minutes, I think. Right.
Okay.
Check. But also the official channel. No, it's actually 40 seconds. Oh shit. Yeah, 40 seconds.
Oh wow.
Um, I
Oh,
was talking with
yeah,
the
you got it.
viewers about my March setup again. Um,
Yeah.
what do you think? So, Fatmos Welshi, obviously, right? Both expertise, no question asked. Then
Yeah.
Minamoto Sansu, Baibas Edelflat, Kuzunoki, this other Indian guy, or like Maya guy. I think, yeah, that's Maya.
Yeah.
With 5511. And then Herman Imhotep.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Herman Imhotep is sus. Like, I wouldn't even run the last two marches, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you probably wouldn't have the troops for 3 full archer marches, will you?
I mean, I plan to go for a lot of T5 archers, so that would be how much
Mm.
would I need? 1 million, right? And then directly heal over time.
Yeah,
But
well,
I'm
like pretty much a million. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, it's not well, not just about the troops, but like you really need the gear as well. Like gear is huge.
yeah, yeah. That's true. I got
And the archer
to
set is like not as good as calves, right? Or infantry, because calves and infantry you can just run around with like, the two-piece cav set, the greens, plus windswept,
yeah.
but not as good for archers. Yeah, I would try to just focus on three really good marches just to make it easier. 3 or 4 should be fine.
Alright, we can spectate. So one archer and then two calves, or what?
Um, Thought YSG is for sure, I think. Um, Not sure. Sun Tzu something, minimum buy bars. I mean, you could technically do Sun Tzu Ethel.
Yeah, but that would be my infantry. I don't do infantry. Wait. Why not Mina Sansu? Sansu is doing having a good kit. Except the infantry have which you're losing, but you're getting a 20% skill damage increase and you got also a 10%, I think it was, damage reduction. Plus when they
Yeah.
AoE damage. Isn't that
Well,
what Mina
the main
needs?
thing is the raid return from Sun Tzu's active.
Hmm.
Like, I actually think buy bars Sun Tzu is really broken because you're just like buy bars is the highest AoE damage. He doesn't have. I'm pretty sure he does like 5 point something K, 5.4K on his active. You pair
Hmm.
that with Mina's active that gives the rage back.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think you can try something like that, but you obviously need a pair for Mina. You're obviously not going for CC, right?
I mean, I can do
I'm not.
CC. Say CC gonna
Oh,
be
okay.
expertise.
No, new idea, new idea. You get Purus to 5511, and you run Mina by bars Sun Tzu Purus, and then Thutmose YSG. Like I'm pretty sure that's the best 3 marches in like
Yeah, but
for
I'm not in infantry.
KVK1.
I'm not going infantry.
Like a set at all.
Yeah, not at all. Like the first 3 KVKs, no infantry at all.
Really? I mean, you should have one. Like 111 is completely fine. Like especially it's good transition to SOC because in SOC you don't want to be making more archer sets because right now even one art like 2 archer marches is like not even that ideal before like 6 marches.
Okay. Hmm.
So I would set up like 111 put you in a really good spot. And like I think everyone should be going for like one set of each because in reality there's 3 insane marches for each troop type in SOC, so it's really good transition.
Hmm.
Plus the infantry stuff is so cheap. Like the Gatekeeper's shield is so cheap. It's a blue, and when crit is as good as the infantry weapon. Like I don't think you ever craft the infantry purple weapon.
No,
The
hell no.
legend the legendary set for infantry is so good. The helmet and the boots are amazing. Hope cloak is amazing as well.
Hmm.
Like at a minimum, I would definitely build an infantry set. I mean, I already crafted a hope cloak. I'm just waiting for the legendary sets to come out.
Man. Okay. Hmm.
Like I know archers are fun. It's just the issue is the transition is like I feel like 3 archer marches is like really sus right now.
Hmm. So bad. I mean, do we not get new archers soon? Might that not change the thing?
Well, we will, but it'll change to where 2 archers is good, right? But by
Hmm.
the time we get to SOC, I'm pretty sure the new like infantry rotation is coming out by then.
Okay. Yeah, and
So
then it should
so you
probably
should be
change back again. Hmm.
yeah, exactly. But like if we're entering like SOC with
Hmm.
commander swap during the new infantry, then you have to be swapping to like whatever the best is probably going to be the infantry
Hmm.
or cav. Yeah. Because I really don't think it matters that much in these early like KVK 1 and 2. Like as long as you have the bare minimum, you should be completely fine. So for example, like you can invest in Pyrrhus and Thutmose, and you can swap both of them to whatever is meta, and you'll still have YSG to pair with them.
I
It'll be
do
insane.
CC. I will have CC expertise. I will do CC
Oh, okay.
Fatmos both expertise for command swap.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, okay, then I guess I will wait, so I wait, Nina Bybers when I do wait. Nina Bybers and then
Mina Popeyes is
Sansu
so good.
Pybers.
Yeah, and Sons of Pyrus is also like insane. And then you obviously have your Thut YSG, right? Which is like probably the best KVK 1 march in the game.
Alright, let's focus on the match. So it looks like 6CMX is aware of the the teleport and they're closer to the obelisk this time. They definitely
Yeah.
learned from the last time. Uh, um, it looks like they're completely skipping the desert Iter and just going straight away for the sky Iter. That's
Uh,
interesting.
no, I think they're just waiting there. I don't think they'll go all the way, to be honest. It would be a huge
Um,
mistake, in my opinion. They just want to make sure there's no obelisk like play at all available.
hmm. Okay, on the bottom, it's pretty common. We have a gatewing at the desert Iter. 6CMX is gatewing a little bit away from the desert Iter, but we're also sending a good group on the bottom. Like the bottom is pretty normal with a 2-lane setup, while the top one is a little bit different. But these T1 calf marches running around. What the hell? Okay, we have 40 seconds on the 33, 79 obelisk, 45 on the bottom. Yeah, 60MX definitely had a little bit of faster movements at the start, like 10 seconds or like 6 seconds faster on one obelisk and like a minute faster on one of the outposts. which is again not a huge difference, but like we said earlier on the other match, like every little point, every little second matters when it comes down to like a very close match. All right,
Wow, I just watched someone charge into the MX ball for some reason. Yeah, it doesn't look like 3379 is being that aggressive against MX on their lane. Meanwhile, MX is on top of their own Desert Altar on the bottom.
Hmm. Oh, that desert on the bottom is very interesting.
Oh wow, MX managed to snipe the Sky Altar on the top right for first occupation. That's huge, actually.
Yeah. Damn, why am I again like 3 seconds or 5 seconds behind you? What the hell? What is the
I think
game?
I think you're 25 seconds behind me.
What the hell is the game doing to me? I don't get it.
Let me log back in and out. Hold on. Try to get a little bit back.
Right, we having okay. So on the top lane, right, like the top part, the top lane, we have a very short group or like small group from 6EMX, but we can see like the bottom part of the top. They won. Like the Desert Altar completely won. Now they're moving towards the Shrine of War. Why on the bottom? Oh shit! On the bottom, the Desert Altar got taken and not taken. Got defended, and now 3379 is moving towards the Sky Altar. While the Shine of Life got taken by 6EMX. Okay.
Yeah, I think what happened there is 3379 didn't really send people to their like outer lane, and they
Yeah.
stacked people on the Desert Altar.
Yeah.
So now with the marches are gonna rotate. Issue is a lot of their marches are really low, so we'll just see how that fight plays out. But I assume
Yeah.
with the marches coming back from the shrine, they should be able to defend with that.
And these are mostly full. Yeah, that should be. That is also full garrison. That should be fine. A Shine of Life should be taken back soon. It's a drone garrison. We see a little bit of the favor for 6EMX here when it comes to the building here at the start. But it's pretty even for now. It's pretty even. Okay, 3379 killing the marches off at the Sky Altar for a quick home. The Shine of Life got taken back by 3379 on the bottom side. And the first few first occupation points should be done pretty soon. Oh shit, we see 60MX is moving towards the Orderless on the top part. But 3379 completely ignoring that. They're just straight up going for the buildings, which they definitely should do. They go to Garrison in that Obelisk, so it doesn't matter. Just a waste of time for these few marchers who want. Oh, wait, what? Bro, this guy does not. Okay, never mind. I just want to say he just killed himself on the city. Okay.
Yeah, their marches were too low to cap the obelisk, so they decided to go for the quicker route.
Yeah. Ooh, but look at the bottom. We're seeing a good group. Okay, never mind. They changed direction. I just want to say they're going for the Skyaltar, but they're not.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a bit late to rotate mid, but they're finally starting now to rotate mid. Like a lot of people are starting to drag there. People from
Yeah.
spawn as well marching there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think MX will get that front like space in mid. They have a lot more marches, more further up.
So far we're seeing a lead of 2k points, but that is due to the first occupation plus the Occupation score per minute. So with a Shine of Life taken in 1 minute, that should be 400 points plus 400 points from Shine of War plus 750 from the Skyata. Just take and wait. No. And the Swarmer should be dead soon as well. So that brings us to a 1.3k plus the 800 points. So it's around a 500 point lead right now for 60mx. So it comes down to the first arc who will be in lead. If it's going to be 60mx, they're going to have a really good opening here plus the 500 points. So that's already a 3.5k point lead. They're going to have an already. That is huge in my opinion. But 60mx definitely gonna have the better position in the mid. Now it's the question, do they gonna have the same micromanagement like 60 GT? No, I have the in-game sound off, Vizzy. I usually don't have the in-game sound on.
I mean, 960 has always been a very dominant mid team. Let's see how their mid fight plays out.
Yeah. I mean, 3379 showed it, but you can doing good if you have different strategies and you can also win against top tier teams. But now we have the first on and on fighting face to face between 3379 and 1960. Okay, we see sneaky tactics here. It is a good call. And we see the counter, which is Desert Storm. So let's see what plays out better here. The more damage. And to the death? Wow. Okay, both to the... Okay, they both go in for the first arc. That's insane. Let's see what plays out here better. To the death with a damage increase or Desert Storm. And I see already 1 is going... Oh no. 3, 4 compared to 1, 2. It's not looking good for 60mx. I see a lot of ghosts from 60mx going home here. Is that actually a win for 3379?
Yeah, I think Sneaky gives a little bit more stats than Desert Storm does. Like Sneaky Tactics gives 30% damage, I think.
Yeah, it does. I
Desert
think.
Storm does like a damage factor,
Oh
like
my
a 500
god.
damage factor.
60mx lost the mid fight.
Wow.
Holy shit. That is insane. They're losing the building, but they have captured Ark. Move! Move! Go! Holy shit. That is crazy.
Yep. Insane.
Wow. Wait, and to the death you can only use 1 time per match, right? Or was it 2 times per match?
No, only one. Only one.
Only 1. So, I mean, on the next arc we could see again Sneaky Tactics and Desert Storm, right? Or is it also only 2 times per match?
Yes. No. You can use those multiple times. The Desert Storm cooldown is only like 10 minutes, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sneaky Tactics is only like I think 15. So we should be able to see them again.
Okay. Yeah, it will be interesting. I guess I would assume both of them have Heaven's Grace, maybe as well. I think they're probably gonna go the more normal skill routine.
It's actually pretty insane to see To the Death pop like, really quickly. on first
Yeah.
arc.
I mean,
Mainly
like,
because first arc doesn't have as much value as the later ones, right? So if enemy
yeah.
doesn't pop to the death and they lose it, then they're pretty much guaranteed to get the next one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, unless they have Heaven's Grace. Heaven's Grace is kind of a counter to the death, what I saw so far in the matches. I saw also Heaven's Grace winning against Death to the Death. That was also kind of crazy. But yeah.
Usually you need two skills, like Heavens plus Sneaky Tactics, I think, would be enough to counter
Mm.
to the death.
But you
Yeah.
use like 9
Ma-
points, right? Heaven's Grace is in 6 or?
Heavens is 4.
Oh, 4. Okay, so use 7 versus 6. But the
Yeah,
one is
exactly.
only one time, and Heaven's Grace is it also only one time per match?
No, Heavens is a 15-minute cooldown as well, I think.
Okay, so yeah, you trading 6 points and one time usage versus yeah, like 50-minute
Sorry,
cooldown
20
and
minutes. 20
uh
minute cooldown.
yeah, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is probably way better than To the Death. Like To the Death should be, like you said, for like the very last arc in the game, which gives like 4 or 4.5k points, something like that.
Yeah. Like what some teams will end up doing is they'll try to like if the first arc is a little bit delayed, like if one team holds the arc, they'll just pop to the death on second and hold the second arc the entire time. That
Mm,
way you're only like you're forcing a 2 arc game, and then the enemy team just does not pop to the death at all. So I guess that's probably why they wanted to hold off. Like that's why 3379 wanted to pop it as well,
mm,
just to make sure that doesn't happen.
yeah, that's interesting. Damn. Wait, but would you say 60mx is in the open field or like in the mid fights as coordinated as 60GT? Or would you say you
I
can
mean,
see definitely a difference between these two teams?
it's so hard to tell when you're not actually playing or like actually looking at how the marches move. But I
Mm,
would say they're probably not as like if it is like truly the players playing, then they're obviously not going to be as great as the GT team.
mm,
As far as I know, also like the MX team is a lot of migrants as well.
okay.
Um, yeah, but still they've been doing really good.
Yeah, I could imagine. We talked about that earlier before the 13 UTC match started. That the team from 60GT might, doing the coordination stuff for 60MX right now and doing the plans and stuff to give them the most possibility to win the upcoming matches. Um, I mean, you definitely can tell, like from the start, how they moved to counter this play what 3379 did versus 60GT just by gathering near the obelisk in the middle to see what they're doing, right? That was definitely being aware of the situation, what happened in that other match, and respecting that move, right? You could tell that they definitely respected that move. Um, so yeah, it's probably the case that 6GT is here helping out with tactics and stuff like that. And we see a big fight now in the bottom at the desert atom. Let's see if that's gonna work out for 60GT. I mean, 3379 technically don't need to win the big game, they just need to hold their ones as best as possible. At least the bigger ones, not losing these. And then just win 2 arc fights, and then they should win the game, right?
Um, I think just because of occupation, it'll really just come down to second arc,
Mm,
and just depending on how the structures unfold before that time, I
yeah.
guess we'll really see when it really kicks off. I mean, another thing to note is how many gatherers are on each side. There's definitely way more in MX. Like I only count 4 gatherers on the 3379 side.
Mm,
Sorry, yeah, 5 gatherers,
okay.
whereas MX has I think like 6, 7.
Okay. It's a difference for sure. Can make a few 100 points difference.
Yeah.
Okay, the desert data is almost being lost. Come on, reinforce. Okay, we reinforce just in time but they probably still gonna lose it. Unless there's a win. Yeah, there you go. That is not good. it's already a 1.6k lead for 60 max, and so that means the arc is only 1.4k points worth it now. It's looking rough here for 33.79, at least on the bottom side. The top side looking more favorable for 33.79. I mean, if they can hold the top side and just the bottom Altar on their side being lost, you think they can still win the game with a 2 arc fight? Or do they need to go for a 3rd arc then, because the occupation is too much for 60 MX?
I mean, if they're holding it now, then they probably plan for a 1-arc game. Or a 2-arc game, sorry. I guess we'll see. Because, I don't know, I find it a bit odd. I think they're holding it a little, like, slightly so they can get their structures back online.
Yeah.
Because they beat MX pretty, like, confidently, right? And there's no more to the death. So I wonder if they think that they can, if they, play more arcs, there's a high chance that they are able to win those fights. Guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Wondering why they're not swarming the Desert Altar though. They haven't taken it back yet.
They just got it right in the moment. And they also lost 2 outposts, which is also costing them 60 points per minute. They definitely should get it back ASAP.
Yeah.
Okay, we see on the top side a rally going on, which is losing. But we do see, 3 marches not have been saw yet. Okay, someone saw it. 2 saw it. 3 people saw the 3 marches coming in. Energetic being used. Obviously makes sense. Okay. And then we got on the top part like a small group waiting there in the shadow for the moment. Oh, we see 2 groups. So you see that on the top part? We see 1 group on the left and 1 group on the right, aiming for the desert altar.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, those guys on the right trying to stay out of vision.
Yeah. Visual range, if you're putting on eye set, I cannot see the group in the middle right now. They might can see it if some of the march is going more to the right, or if that one calf, which is like close to that group in the middle, going more down, they might spot them, but so far right now they only spot the left side, which could turn out into their favor. Because if that group is not being spotted, they might can just swarm it. And they also moving. They're moving right now. It's 1 5 march person. They might snipe the desert altar here, and there's no nearby troops from 60 MX. Oh shit, that could play out for them. That could legit play out for them here right now, because now they need to move marches back from the fighting next to the desert altar, which turn out into the favor for 33.79. Because now they have the upper hand over there on that fighting. It's actually 2 people swarming it. But I think it's not enough damage. Nah. It was a good smooth through, but they don't have enough damage. Okay, how's the bottom looking? The bottom is looking... Wait, No, that's still the occupation back from the first time when they lost. Or did they lost the desert on the bottom on again? I'm not sure. They just re-occupied it right now. Okay, we have a good group on the sky out on the bottom.
Yeah, huge push.
And the ready coming in as well. What is that? Is that like a meta ready with that infantry? What we're seeing there being used by 33.79?
On what structure?
Skyat on the bottom. And I don't know these
Oh,
commanders. It's like new commanders for
oh,
me.
Scipio Pakal. It's mainly to tank the damage for the swarm.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
And they have a good swarm. They might be able to get it here. That would be huge. Denying the points here.
Yeah, so they finally cashed Arc, so 8 minutes until Arc. But you notice the points are pretty equal, even though they got the Arc.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't see it yet. It's too late for me, for whatever reason. But yeah, it's like... Yeah. 400 points. Was legit a half a minute delay from you and me. And like, what the hell? That's crazy.
Yeah, my wait, what is your in-game timer at? Mine's at 31:40 right now.
Mine's is at 32:10. What the hell?
Oh wow.
40 seconds difference. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But what? But I have already like a 5 minutes or 3 minute, whatever it was. Plus now
Maybe
individually.
maybe try to hop in and out to fix it. I think they fixed it for me.
Let's give that a shot. Spectate. Okay, 31 right now. 30, 55. Is it now good or?
Yes, 55, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So a huge fight going on in the desert data, but it looks like that 3379 can hold this. They're swarming the rally down. Which, I mean, if you're saying this rally is just more for tanking, I would not go for the rally, right? I would just go for the swarmers, since they would probably do then more damage.
Um, it really depends. Like the rally does end up doing a lot, but you kind of like you have to divide and conquer. Like if you're closer to the rally, you swarm the rally. If you're closer to the field marches, you hit the
Mm,
field marches. The main thing is you just need to make sure you get the field marches down to like yellow or red, and
mm,
then they're effectively doing nothing.
yeah,
But and another thing is like if you swarm the rally alone, you're gonna end up just like wasting too many
yeah.
like troops.
Okay, but we see the building
Especially
game is looking pretty good now, right?
yeah,
It's more consistent now. It's not like people losing buildings on either side. Actually, they got the Shine
yeah,
of War, I saw. As 25 seconds before they capturing it back. And we
mhm.
see 6 EMX is, yeah, okay, both moving already to the mid.
Yeah. This is about what's expected. Like the points have equalized, and now it really just comes down to the second arc.
Hmm. I mean, they really cannot lose that Desert Altar. If they're holding that Desert Altar, it's really, really good in their favor. Because they still having the lead of like around 600 points. So holding every structure right now is really good. I just noticed red line is in 6 CMX.
Yep. Cortex as well.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, I know a lot of the MX team. Most of like the international players are there.
Hmm.
Like Ahmad Aziz is there as well.
Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah, a lot of well-known people. Okay, the Skyata is also being held on the top side by 3379. Yeah, everyone holding their structures. It's really just coming down to the mid, right?
3 minutes 40. We should see rotation soon.
Okay, what do you expect? Oh, okay, never mind. Wait, do I see CC Caesar in the mid lane? Just killing himself? What the?
CC Caesar is the common filling march.
Oh, really?
Not sure why I was there though. Yeah. CC gives it the march speed.
Yeah.
Especially with and Julius has like his relic. So you just have a lot of march speed and unit capacity to fill structures.
Ah, okay. No, that makes sense.
If you use if you use CC Julius, you cut the amount of people needed to fill a altar down to 3 people,
Hmm.
which is really useful.
I
Or like
see.
4 people, I think. 4 instead of 5. Or sorry, like 3 plus garrison. Yeah.
Hmm. I just randomly clicked on the desert altar from the bottom, and the garrison is looking hardly in the favor for 3379. Is that always the case that the garrison reports looking in the favor like that? Like, I saw only one report which is being lost against 3379. Every other report, 3379 is winning the garrison against the swarmers and the rally. Oh, true.
Um. Yeah, I mean, it's just usually how the garrison is built.
Hmm.
Like you'll always end up taking a lot of more stabs, but it's mostly just about killing the structure.
Okay, am I okay? Am I just wrong on it, or is 3379 having such a bigger murder ball in the middle there?
No, 100%. Yeah, they have huge meta.
Where are the
Now,
matches
something
from 60
interesting.
MX?
Yeah, MX. I see some marches move from middle to back into the lane from MX, like on both sides, which is really weird. I think they're going to be giving up the arc or trying to do something sneaky,
Hmm.
in order to get back their altars. Like bottom of the map, for example, we see they took their desert altar, and they also have marches swarming the sky altar on the top right.
1188 is getting cooked. Wait, who is 1188 playing against? Ah, 1365.
Yeah, JSD.
Huh. But why is that held? How is 1188 is losing? How are they losing? Are they losing beating game or mid fight or both? Alright, mid
I'm
fight is
watching
coming.
the beer game, and it looks really close, way closer than I thought it would be. It's 15k for beer, 14k for 748. Oh, look at mid. They're splitting off.
Yeah. What are they trying to do? I mean, they use the skill to reduce the
They use no mark.
yeah. Wait, is that no mark or is the no time warp? I'm not sure.
Oh, time warp.
No, it's no mark, no mark. Yeah, you're right. It's no
Yeah,
mark.
yeah, yeah. No
So
mark is because they own all 4 altars now, so they want to try to maximize the amount of points they're gonna get from it.
yeah,
All 4 of them.
makes sense. And they're just trying to delay the arc delivering. Okay, so if what would you say if I would be 3379 right now and seeing this situation that 60MX is focusing on baiting instead of arc, would you say now as a shot caller in 3379 to go fully on arc game?
I mean, you definitely want to. The issue is in this scenario, it's gonna take a while before you can cap your structures back. So, I mean, this is genuinely like worst case scenario for 3379, where
Hmm.
they're getting contested in the middle, and they weren't able to clear them out because they walked past them, and they don't own all altars. So it's like a hostage situation. Like,
Hmm.
look how many marches there are in the middle, and they are so far away from being able to get the structures back because they have to deliver the arc and like probably refresh and then come back. Like if they send to the altars now, which they probably will do, there's no chance that they get them back because their marches are generally too low and
Yeah.
they just don't have enough. Meanwhile, the 60 MX marches that went straight to lane should be mostly fresh. So and obviously when you storm a garrison, you do need um like march advantage, right? You can't just
Hmm.
match the enemy in the field. So it's gonna be it's gonna be really rough for 3379 here.
Yeah. I mean, they took the Shine of Life on the bottom back already, so it's helping a little bit, but like you said, they losing at the altar on the bottom. There's no much at the Shrine of War. There's just a few on the way, starting to swarm it then. And also the Sky Altar on the top. We see a rally going on, a Nevsky Attila rally, but this is absolutely getting smoked right now. So, yeah, exactly what you just said. Like, they're losing the fights right there at the altars, trying to recapture him. It's definitely not. And they just lost again the arc. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. This is not looking good for 3379 right now. But interesting, they didn't use a skill since they used To the Death in the first arc fight. So they
Yeah, I
must be
wonder
capped out, right?
um I don't think they'll be I'm not sure if they'll be capped out because they did use sneaky tactics as well. So it reset them, but they're definitely getting close.
Hmm.
Because I'm pretty sure 60MX just got their Nomad back. So that means 3379 should be around 7 skill points by now. 7 or 8. So we'll see.
And maybe they're using no, what is it called? No much as well to regain the structures faster and getting more
Yeah, I
points
mean
then as
Noms
well.
wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah.
Since they lose
I
right
mean
now a lot.
I would definitely pop something now because you're not going to need to use another skill until the next mid fight.
Yeah.
Um so it looks like Arc is good. Issue is the points per minute is 1.1 thousand to 210. So every
Yeah.
minute that passes by is almost a 1,000 point swing in the favor of MX.
Yeah.
And you can see that they're already almost 4,000 ahead, meaning when they cap the arc, they're still going to be 500 points behind them.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yep. So with this structure advantage, um, I would definitely try to cap the arc instantly so that you get another chance for a mid fight. That way, it's another potential 4,000 point swing that you're able to pick up.
Yeah.
So the main thing that not a lot of people realize is like the decisions you make, sure, it affects your side, right? Your timings, your rotation, but
Mm.
you have to think how does it affect the other team? Like every decision you make is going to affect how the other team plays. So here they decide to take no mark, meaning they want to obviously try to regain their structures, which is fine. But I would want to cap the arc as soon as possible to force another mid fight. Because then MX has to decide, do we give up 4,000 points or do we try to push structures again?
Yeah.
But the issue is they're not going to have no mark for this type of push because they just used it.
Yeah.
So that means they're forcing MX into an arc game, which might be in their favor,
Yeah.
especially because they have a skill advantage, right?
Yeah.
Although now I'm not sure if they do. Oh, I mean they probably should still.
I mean,
Actually, no, they should be about equal because they pop no mark.
yeah, they should
All
be.
skills they've used have an equal cost. Yeah.
Yeah, they should be equal. But it's in the favor of 3379, I would say. By now, yeah, the No March have won out for 6MX. And they're gonna get more points now by recapturing the Altars. So they should get more points per minute, plus having the Arc as well. So we should see soon an increase in the points for 3379.
Yep.
Now is the question, what are we doing? It looks like they not. Are they? No, wait. Okay, wait. He is running directly to the obelisk. But why is he going to? It's probably shorter. Yeah. So I really hope for them that they're not doing a holding. I really hope it's going directly into the obelisk. They need to go for the third arc. They want
Oh, I mean,
to.
if he's walking to the obelisk, it means they're gonna hold because he can just jump in the city to cap it.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think they're gonna plan to hold it. So it'll be only a 2 arc game. They own both arcs. So when they cap this, they're going to be 700 points or 800 points now, less.
I don't know about that.
They've regained their occupation score back up to 728 now, which is good. I guess we'll see how these structures play out.
Yeah, but I mean,
These-
hmm, you really think they can win with a 2 arc game? It's
I mean they have no mark, so they like what I guess it really just matters like what happens after that no mark ends. If MX is able to capture any of the altars for like even a couple of minutes, I think it's going to swing the game, and it's going to come down to gatherers. Because the issue is, if we look at the 79 side, they only have like 5 gatherers, whereas MX you can like if you just look at the whole back side of the map, it's all lit up.
yeah,
They have 9 gatherers on the MX side to the 4 on 79 or 5, which is a huge swing of points.
yeah, 100%. Okay, we should be able to hold now with Desert Altar because we got enough marches there. It's at least good for them holding. They do have a good push on the Desert Altar. If they... but I don't think they might be able to get it. There's too many for 60 MX defending that Desert Altar on the top side. Oh, no, never mind. It was a drone. It was bugged. Never mind. I thought it was drone garrison. Okay, looks like no one is losing right now their structures. And...
Wow, Cortex is number 1 in points. That's my guy, man.
Huh? What is he?
Cortex is number 1 in points.
Let's go.
He's doing good.
Also, what I just saw, 60 MX were a little bit slow on using energetic. So the first time they both used energetic at the same time, and then the next
Mhm.
time there was a 4-minute difference when they use energetic.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, you can see it in the skill log.
Yeah.
36 minutes versus 32 minutes. That's a, I mean, I don't know how much 4 minutes gonna do in terms of point gathering with a skill energetic, but it's probably doing something, right?
Yeah, I mean, it lasts 10 minutes, so as long as they're able to get it within, the next. I mean, the issue is they need to get it before next arc fight, which I think they will. That's what matters the most because the skill points now just matter for what's going to
Mm,
be popped in mid. But yeah, I think 3379 having energetic first is definitely going to benefit them because of all the fighting that's going to happen.
mm.
Whereas MX's is going to trail towards the end of the match.
I really don't understand why they want to hold the arc. That makes no sense. They are they are 500 points behind, and they neither losing nor winning the bait game. Like it's pretty even right now. And when holding the arc, or what I could also imagine of that they just want to hold it. Nah, wait, but the arc is 8 minutes. Nah, wait, that's not enough time, right? 8 minutes respawning. It's 5 minutes 45 seconds for walk time. How much is it from the mid to the desert altar? Is it like... Yeah, okay. Okay,
1 minute,
what I
1 minute
legit
30.
thought about, they holding it just so that they have 5 minutes time of delivering it, and they
Yeah.
want to basically last ending so that 60MX not have enough time to win over the bid game. Makes sense. I mean, in their
The
situation,
issue is if MX is able to keep up a structure lead on them, then all they have to do is delay the arc a couple of minutes.
yeah. That's a very risky play.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they waited that long. Like if they planned to have another arc, I would have at least. I mean, it's still 5.5 minutes of fighting, so I guess it's generally fine actually. It should be fine.
Oh, they just lost the Desolator. Let's see if it.
5.5 minutes is actually quite a long time.
Yeah. I'm interested in the last two skills what both of them have available.
Yeah. So the beer match is so close. Like their points are literally like within 100, like 100, 200 each, and they're having their second arc fight right now, and it's coming down to just one or two marches left alive.
What the
Absolutely
heck?
crazy, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
why I love to watch these matches. It's like these top 16 rounds, most like if you like, not all of them are good, but if you find these unique ones, like this one for example, where it's really coming down to every single match and like every single micromanagement, then it's so entertaining. It's so good to watch.
yeah, 100%.
Okay, they got it back, so it was just like a minute off, and now another 2 minutes, so it's like 3 minutes of point losing. It's not the end of the world. It's like 450 points, but
Oh my god. The, the 748 dropped the Desert Storm on top of the BR carry and just one shot him. I think it was like a full T1 CC march, and it went from like 70k troops and instantly died when it got dropped on top. Wow,
what
the two really close games happening. It's actually insane.
what the hell? That's insane.
Yeah.
Okay, we seen both teams marching to the mid. At least from the bottom side, we see a push on the top side against the Desert Altar from 60MX, and we see a push from 60MX against the Sky Altar from 3379. Okay. So it's probably just coming down to the people on both of the south side fighting for the arc, while the top side of the map is defending and fighting for the altars.
Yeah.
I said it earlier, right? Is 3379 is winning this match as well. And losing when they find it, it doesn't matter. They completely took out 1960 by themselves as a new kingdom.
Yep.
That is insane of a storyline. Like they're gonna have. I mean, they already got a lot of um, reputation. Is that the word? What you're saying? Like a lot of
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
right from that play against 60 GT, and now they're winning in the normal setup of a game against 60MX as well. Oof.
Yeah, that's actually that's the main thing. Like they didn't do anything funny this time, and it's been a really standard game, and they're like competing with them, which is like really impressive.
Yeah.
And another thing is they're quite a new kingdom as well, so
Mm-hmm. I mean,
I
how
assume their accounts are like not as good as the MX accounts or stuff like that. So the fact that they're putting up a good fight is already great.
how old is the kingdom? Like 4379 is. I mean, we are 400 kingdoms away from them.
They
So,
probably would have played about like two or three stocks max. Like they're probably on KVK
mm,
7 or 8, I would say.
mm. Yeah, okay,
So like
so
really new. Like you have to think like obviously they have a lot of SOC migrants, right? But
as a kingdom
so
itself and developing and the leadership team, it's definitely newer than the one from 1960.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And they also didn't play it as Manuel's House League, right? As a team together. Like you said, it's
Yeah.
probably new migrants together, and then we have an old team from 60GT losing against them, and 60MX is also in the possibility to lose against them. So, yeah, this team looking pretty solid.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, now we see the top part. Okay, there's then a little everyone to the mid.
Yeah, it's just gonna come down to
Oof.
this last fight.
Who
There's
is
a couple
going to
people,
win?
going for the Shrine of Life for some extra points up top. Really close game though. Time warp? Oh boy. See what they got then. Wait a second. Wait, with time warp, they're able to pop to the death again. So 3379 is gonna have to the death for this fight.
Oh my god, no way.
Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. Wow.
No way. That is possible?
No, yeah. So time warp it resets the cooldown of all your other skills, and then makes your next skill free to use. So if they had, let's say, 8 points, or like, yeah, let's say they had 6 points, it means they could trade time. Oh, 60MX also has time warp. Oh, okay. Well, they pop to the death. Both teams pop to the death.
Or I'm again
Oh,
like,
but 3379 has bogged down. Oh, but and MX uses Desert Storm, so it's bogged down versus Desert Storm. I don't know. I think bogged down generally does more damage, but we'll see. Oh, a lot more red faces this time. Do you see that down the bottom?
I'm again like 30 seconds behind you. I
Oh,
don't know
really?
why.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I don't know why. Okay, now the fight
Wow.
starts for me. Damn, that's
Okay,
crazy.
yeah. You'll see all the red. Look at the sad faces come down the bottom. It's crazy, actually.
Yeah, okay, I see already dirt marches from. Oof.
Wow.
Did they just lost
I think they did.
because of Desert Storm?
Wow. MX pulls through.
Wow. GG.
Wow.
They just lost. Damn.
Wow. And on other news, beer is currently 1.6k up with 6 minutes left. No more arcs.
Yeah. Holy shit, so many marches alive from 60MX.
Yeah, dude. They actually completely wiped them. So I'm not sure exactly what changed between first and like you know the second and third arc.
I mean,
Um,
Bogdan is just a march speed, but if everyone is already in the mid, and
well,
then you
it's
just.
also defense. It's also defense.
Uh,
It's 30% defense. So the main combat bonuses is Desert Storm does a 500 damage factor to 30 marches, and
mm,
it also does a it does like a 2% max troop reduction on those marches. So think of it like a 15k nuke on the whole ball plus 2% of the max like capacity of your march. Bog Down does negative 30% defense and march speed, obviously. That would be the main differences.
mm. So you
It's
would
really
say,
interesting, actually.
and I will probably have used sneaky tactics again, no? I mean,
Um,
that secured them the win, and it was to the death in Desert Storm, like on the first arc.
yeah, I'm surprised they didn't use Sneaky Tactics because Sneaky Tactics is 30% all damage, right? And I feel like
Mm,
you'd rather the all damage versus the defense debuff.
yeah, and they gain march speed, right, as well. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That would have been probably better. Mm. Oh
So,
man,
yeah. Huh.
that one skill probably might have just cost them the game.
Although I will say, like, like the fact that they had so many marches remaining, I'm not sure if like using another skill would really change anything there. Because it's a difference of like just a couple of stats, but that
Mm,
wing is absolutely crazy.
yeah. Damn. Yeah, I would
Yeah,
definitely.
damn
I mean, I
indeed.
would definitely have used sneaky tactics again because they got time warp, so it was 100% available. So they should have
Yep.
just used it since it worked for the first time. If it then didn't work out, then you could say, yeah, okay, it was because of the micromanagement or something. But now you can say,
Yep.
ah, shit, we might have used just sneaky tactics. It worked for the first time. Why didn't we do it for the third time as well? Now you never know, right? Now you use back down or yeah. Now you have
Yeah,
always
I'm not
this
entirely
thinking
sure.
of, you know, ah,
The thing is, I feel like a team like that, they would have already practiced the different skill combinations.
mm,
So I think maybe in their testing they figured out that Bogdan was better because like just taking it at face value, right? Bogdan is a 4 cost combat skill, Sneaky is a 3 cost combat skill. Therefore, you'd assume that like the 4 cost might be stronger when it comes down to just sheer combat power. But I
yeah,
guess the March speed does have merit, like because in mid, the biggest thing that you can do for micro is constantly hitting a march. And if you're not able to, track a march, like let's say you're getting march speeded, like debuff reduction, it can definitely affect it because rage is everything, right? And if you're not hitting something, you're not generating rage. So
yeah,
I guess there is some like I can definitely see what they were thinking. I just don't know. Like I think I would agree. I think I probably would have tried sneaky just because it's 30% damage.
yeah.
Another thing to consider is in Arc there is a constant damage buff. So maybe they were thinking like stacking damage on damage is not as efficient because you're getting like it's diminishing, right?
Mm,
Whereas minus defense will help a lot. Yeah, not exactly sure. It's a tough conversation.
yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're put like I mean, I think we agree on the fact that they cannot be mad, right? They had an incredible performance for a new kingdom, fighting against old kingdoms, top tier kingdoms like that, and actually got into the semifinals, and fighting 2 times against 1960, the best kingdom in the game, is an insane performance, right? The players can be really happy about themselves that they got so far.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'm pretty sure we can expect a lot from them in the next Osiris League. If they already having such a performance in this Osiris League as a newcomer, it's insane.
Yeah, I mean they have so much potential for sure. Well, use sticky tactics. Don't know if that's going to do anything. Oh, look, they sticky tactics onto the obelisk. Wait, wait, were they already there? How did they get there?
Yeah, they already were there. I see them marching
Oh,
right there.
okay. Let's see. The swarming mama now. I mean, this game
Maybe they
is a
just got
wrap. I
it.
think it's in play.
They just got the over this. Oh god.
Yeah. I'm just gonna quickly tab onto the beer match.
35
Beer match.
35 lost to South League? What the fuck?
Wow.
No way, they lost. 35-35. I thought that was a secure win. Holy shit.
Wait, on what team?
The last were 35-35 versus
Oh.
39 something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, 35-35 lost. Wow. Wow. Okay. EE managed to win. I got some tip for that. That's really good. Wow. I thought 35 was the strongest, like the favorites to win the whole thing. That's a pretty big upset.
Damn. I mean,
Wow.
this Osiris League is very interesting. So many
Yeah.
unexpected wins and loses. Holy shit.
Yeah. No, it's really interesting. Yeah.
Wow.
So it looks like yeah. So MX won, OWR won. 1188 lost by 8k. Wow. So JSC actually did end up they really locked in. They beat 1188. 93 obviously beat DQ. I think that was expected. 489 beat 16 OT. I mean that was expected as well. And Bia beat 748. That's good. I was all in on Bia, man. If they lost, that wouldn't have been good.
Oh,
I also
NP39. Interesting. Hmm. Also, what I find crazy that people thought 16 OT gonna win. Like there are
yeah,
like so many coins on
that's so
them.
weird. Yeah, they had like 3 million. I think they had almost like they had just a million less than GT did, which is so crazy to me.
Yeah. Interesting. 748 W out as well. Who the heck is Beer? What is that name even for?
So Beer, not many people know. Beer is run by Sibo. Sibo used to be the arc lead for um uh wait, I think 1177. Their alliance was Boobs. which was like 1008.
Okay.
And that team moved to OV, so most people should know OV, like Slouty, John Wick. OV
Mm.
has an OL championship. So yeah, Sibo has been playing OL since the start of the game. That guy's really good. Um, and I actually messaged him the other day. He said he formed this team after the 489 championship.
Mm.
So I think he has a lot of experience under his belt just over time.
Wait, what happened by the way to OV? That was one of the old teams, right? Who also were one of the top kingdoms.
Yeah, so OV, they just did not play KVK. They were filled with a lot of like really big accounts that only played OL. So over time, they just like lost a lot of interest. They weren't as good
Okay.
as other teams, like GT, for example.
Mm.
They just kind of diminished. It was also at a time when not many people took OL that seriously. Like they were strictly playing OL. They did not play much KVK.
Mm.
I don't know if you remember HKL, which was Kingdom 1030. Um, I think they have an Osiris League win as well, but they were also kind of the same. They were kind of the same. Um, they only played OL, which is not something that you can do in this day and age.
Mm. Man.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. So, if you're looking now on the realms, we have 6EMX versus OWR. What do you think about these matches which coming up? Who do you think gonna win?
Oh, I mean, just like we watch both the games, right? I think just off of the games, I think MX is definitely going to be the favorites. Like they will win that for sure. I think OWR made a little bit too many mistakes that I think were,
Mm.
um, some of the things we discussed. So I think MX probably has it, and especially because they have GT backing.
Yeah,
So yeah.
that's true. Um, I think so too. OWR had definitely struggled to keep up the beating game against 75 DC. They made it possible to win the mid fight, but I mean, 60MX, we saw it. They won mid fight. They won the beat game against 3379, who won against 60 GT. So, and by the fact that they have GT as their backup, I think so too. That 60MX gonna win this one. Um, the next one, 93T versus JST. Okay, this is a big one, right? But I think, I mean, we're talking about 1093 here, so
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really hard. This is like both of these kingdoms really well known, right? Huge
yeah.
imperiums in their times. Oh, I got my 44,000 Oryx returned from BR. Nice.
Oh man,
But yeah, I think there's not going to be I think it's going to be definitely in 93's favorites, right?
yeah. I mean, they also won the last or something, right? Because their banner is like shiny, or is that?
Yeah, they won last OL and they played in the grand finals
Hmm.
last yeah. Yeah, they did really well.
Okay. 489 versus Spear. So you just talked about that Beer is like a new formed team by someone who have a lot of experience versus 2489. Um, who you think gonna be here in the favor?
Um, Wait, sorry, which teams again?
2489 versus a Beer, the Realm of
Oh,
Bastard.
dude, that's a huge. I think that's gonna be the closest match next week. That's gonna be crazy.
Okay.
I personally think. Oh, okay. From what I know, I think Bia has an advantage.
Oh, okay.
Um, so I obviously talked to a couple of people here and there, and from what I've been hearing, like these teams have been playing against each other, like as practices and stuff.
Okay.
And Beer has been doing really, really well. So just off that information, I think Beer probably has the advantage here.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, but I think that's gonna be a crazy game. I think 49 is like really good still. What do you think?
Then yeah, I mean, it's 2489. I don't know if it's the team as good as it used to be when I stopped the game. Um,
Yeah.
if that is the case, then I mean, just by the unexperience I have about a beer, and obviously I don't have the same information as you. I would think 2489 would be in the favor. Um,
Yeah,
but I mean, beer is having an insane performance so far. 35k versus someone who already won one time Osiris League, then 60k versus Lost was just a well-known alliance in the game, in my opinion, right? And I know that name, I know that kingdom. They doing pretty good in KVKs. I saw them also multiple times in like Osiris League knockout stages, and then again 62k, 64k, 55k. So their matches are pretty good. Why 2489 have 49k, 46, 60, 69, 50. So it's pretty even, right? But I would say 2489 is in a favor just because they won already one time with South League and I know them better than Beer.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's high. I think both can go either way.
And then we got Worm of Solberg. The probably, I don't know. I have no idea.
I mean, okay, from what I know, I think EE is like actually a really good team. I mean, obviously 3-5-3-5 was an upset. I
Okay.
think a lot of people were expecting them, but
Yeah.
in my opinion, I think just from what I like from the people I've been asking, I think EE is the second team like in that was expected to win. So I'll probably just stick with EE. But obviously NP did really well to upset them, right? Like there's obviously credit there.
But what I find interesting, EE have not won a single KVK and got all the way through to the finals, right? They won against
Yeah.
563A, who won one time, or at least holded the Lost Temple in KVK map. Then against 3560, who had 2 stars, 3557, who had 2 stars. And they coming all the way up here into the finals with not a single star. Oh my god, that is also very interesting to see.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Um, but I mean, at this point, shouldn't we get a new worm? Like, we have only 4 worms, but almost 4k kingdoms in the game. Like, shouldn't we get a new worm soon?
I no, I think they plan to stick with four. So
Really?
the way it's currently divided is depending on your placement in this OL or like quote unquote previous OL, right? So
Hmm.
let's say going into this OL that we currently are in, depending on your placement in the last one, you're going to be split up among that placement among all the realms. So for example, the three winners were 489, GT, and 93 of their three realms, right?
Hmm.
That means because they three won, they each go into their own realm, and then they continue. So from the people that top forward, they get split into different realms. So there's gonna be 12 team, like there's gonna be 4 teams per realm between that group, and then
Hmm.
it keeps going.
Okay.
So that's essentially how it goes. So if you win your realm, you're pretty much guaranteed to never play someone that wins another realm in the next OL, which is I mean
Hmm.
it allows the good teams to make sure they don't get knocked out early, I guess.
I mean, yeah, because after the worm, you have also then the grand final, right? Who is like when the winner of the whole or something.
Yeah.
I get the idea, but it's at the same time it's also like new teams have it harder to win because if they matching up against 1960, for example, like 3379, the 2 times in a row, it's like frustrating to see that they're losing like that, because they probably don't have the same gear or like same experience or whatever it is, and then losing
Mhm.
against these teams. While if they playing against teams with the same amount of playtime as a kingdom, then they have a chance to win. Right? I mean, I get, I get both sides of this matter. Why it is good and bad at the same time if each of the winners have their own worm.
Yeah. All right, I gotta head off. It's 2 a.m. But that was
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. Thanks very much for your time. I appreciate your commentary here on the stream
Yep.
with me together. And then I wish you a great rest and a good night.
Yep, right, see us.
See you, man. Alright. That was fun, guys. That was fun. I hope you have enjoyed it as well. The co-hosting with us here. Alright, thank you very much, Prince. I'm gonna just put it in here. Gonna watch our runes. Wait, when is it starting, Cloudy? When is this? When is it starting? Are you already fighting? Oh damn. Oh shit. Wait, are you? Wait, what was the situation again? 50, 50 and who? 50 and what was it? Oh, it's 49. 51 and 49 versus 50. Ah, okay, okay. So top left and bottom right versus top right. Okay, okay. And the bottom left? Oh, they don't even have captured the. Damn, what? They didn't even capture the Rune Crusader, the RCF. What the hell? That's crazy. Wow. Okay, I see why you're doing a 1 versus 2. Bro, they have a lot of fucking marches. Holy shit. 3750 have a lot of freaking marches here. Holy. They have so many marches over there. They have so many marches over there. And then they say have all of these marches here. Holy. Wow, that's crazy. They have failed 7 times so far? Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, this KVK looks good, though. Wait, what is it? Is that KVK 1 or 2? It's KVK 1, right? Man, and you got so many marches on the field? Compared to the other KVK 1, which I have spectated in Lost Temple, fighting, it was not even close as much marches. That was crazy. Okay, I need to do a little bit of stuff here before. I have to do Chief Catcher. How is this thing working? So I need to do like damage, and then I just get reward, right? Wait, I can do it 3 times in total. Wait, that's how it's working. I still have to do the training day through, guys. The thing is, do we have a training rune? I need to training rune. Let's put off 10% beating research. I don't know if we have if you have a if you have a rune for look at this, guys. Juicy. I want to do a little bit of training. I need more archer troops here. I'm also not sure, guys. Like, was said 1-1-1 is the best setup? Like, 1 archer, 1 cav, and 1 infantry. It's like, I could go for Sansu Pyrus, I guess. The thing is, yeah, I don't know. I mean, Gatekeeper Shield, pretty cheap investment. have this one. This one is attack. Hmm. I'm not sure. I mean, I have Kuzunoki. And turning down Bybers? I mean, Mina Bybers? Sure, I could do that. I don't know, guys. Or Mina Bybers Sansu, what? Bybers Sansu, what was said? That is also interesting. You're getting wage for every tube you're hitting. You're having a 10% damage reduction. Plus you're getting a 20% scale damage bonus for Bybers as well, with a, if he's expertise, 5 marches up to 1000 ground base damage. Plus you have then also the damage reduction. This sounds also like a good march. It's like really hard decision what I should do here. I mean, no matter what, I'm gonna expertise Bybers for Sunset Canyon. He's huge in Sunset Canyon for the early game. But it comes down to the XP. Who am I going to do level 60, you know? Like these two 100%, but then who else? Who else? Wait, let's hold on. Let's check out my Sunset Canyon setup again. I do have Sansu. But I could, technically, I could continue working on Sansu Pyrus. What do you mean, Turan? It's really hard to decide here. What marches am I going for? I mean, it probably end up just coming down to the equipment, guys, I guess. Let's go. Let's do the gatekeeper sheet here for my Sun's Pyrus March, which is now 10.5%. And then dismantle this one, getting some stuff back. Yeah, it's but I'm out again. I don't have enough whip. Yeah, that's whip. Okay, I need more lever again. I need more lever. The shoes are pretty good. 5.5% health for blue. I'm not just doing then the windsweep. Wait, hold on. So I got the sheet. The question is what... This one gives me attack through, this is bad. But the helm for here is also giving me attack. I might as well just go for this. This gives me 5% defense? And this is giving me 8% attack. This is probably better, no? And then here, the chest plate. Definitely go for windsweep. 4.5% defense plus the march speed. Then the gloves. That is a pretty no-brainer, which is gonna be the windsweep as well here, which is giving me health and march speed. That's giving me also the 2-piece. And then the legs. I mean, it would be Karak, I guess. Yeah. I guess that's what I'm gonna do. I do Karak, and then here windsweep chestplate and windsweep legs, and then the helm I would do the helm here, the revival helm, which giving me 2.5% defense plus if it's crit, so that would be 7.5% defense. I guess that's not too bad for a helm. The thing is, I could expertise right now Tutmos or Fatmos, but I'm not gonna do it. I need to hold the sculptures for YG. Also got enough gems for the YG wheel, which should be coming up next week. No, not wait, when is the next? No. Wait, when was the wheel, guys? When did I spin the wheel? The 25 spins. When did I were going for the spin? Wait, let me check. That was 3 days ago, so it is not next week, but in the week after. So like early June. The first week in June, we have the next wheel. And that is... Which day is that? Is that day 90 already went for us? No. So in the next 2 wheels, that should be then the one for YG. So not the next one, the one after. That's too bad. Sure, I can do that. So this is how we... I mean, wait, hold on, I'm on the wrong alliance. Let me... So like, BS is around 1.8, 1.7 billion, depending... let me just join back my lines. There you go. So BS is like at around 1.8 billion, BB is at around 1.4 billion, BP is at around 1.2 billion. Oh, perfect. Just got already accepted. Yeah. Then BO is at around 800 million, and then you see a slight difference. It's 460 mil, 430 mil, 412 mil. So we're doing pretty good. And then individual powers looking like this. We are currently on day 68. Nice 400 mil Gatorade. Wait. wait. Do I have more Gatorade than you? How much do I have? 480. Yes, let's go. I got more. Oh man. Equipment is on A. Troops is on A. Buildings on S. Technology and commanders on B. That's pretty nice. That's a really nice, guys. Okay, do we have a rune for training? Do we have a rune for training, guys? I need a rune for training. Troop attack. Troop attack. Oh wait, I need troop attack for the chief catcher event, right? Doing more damage, giving me also more rewards, I guess. Wait. Oh, perfect. Okay, we got a 10% training. Okay, hold on. When is my troops come back? So within the next hour. Okay, within the next hour, and training day is actually pretty cheap. Wait, what is top 10? 31k. Okay, but we have still 1 day. Okay, I'm gonna push tomorrow then, not today. I might end up with a 15% training rune. Yeah, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna wait. Chief catcher I'm gonna do then later. I just need to catch the troop attack here on the bottom, which is lasting for another 4.5 hours. Okay, 4.5 hours. Damn, a lot of infantry. Nice. Yeah, that's looking good. 970k. Wait, how much do I have? No, but 700k. But yeah, you can see, like, I got Sylvie's mix. Okay. Alright. I think we are done. We're just chilling, guys, on equipment. We're chilling. We need to see how much I can do by the end. Also looking forward for the first equipment event to get finally materials and blueprints and stuff like that. Definitely looking forward for that, since in the VIP shop, it's this is only once a week. I don't know. Alright. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the stream here today, guys. I really have enjoyed watching these matches and co-hosting it together with us. That was really enjoyable. And yeah. I will say goodbye for now. The next couple of days will be a new video being dropped. And there will be also, again, from time to time, some shorts, you know. And with that, guys, I wish you a great rest of the day. Have a great rest of the Sunday as well. You know, enjoy the start into the week, you know. Stay healthy, very important. And we see us then soon on the next stream. Goodbye, guys. Oh, by the way, we're also waiting Apple. Let's go. He's still streaming.